And certainly we are live. Welcome everybody to the first ever show for Legends of Saturdays. My name is Josh Barnhart. And sorry, I had to get that going, but hey, yeah. So this is my first ever attempt on doing a live show. I've been a sports marketing and media student for about quite a while now, and now I have gotten into a little bit of wanting to do a podcast and some shows. So looking forward to everything. Today I have two people with me today, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves here real quick. But before I do that, let me go ahead and get my other screen up real quick. All right, and now we're going to introduce you to the guy that's on the left. Tim, how are you doing today?
Good, Josh. Excited for the first ever episode.
Thank you. And now to the guy to my right, actually, Jordan.
Glad to be here. Just excited for you, man.
It's nothing too big. I've just been wanting to do this for quite a while now, and on the topic for today, we've got a couple of pinpoints that we want to get with you today and talk about. Today we're gonna be talking about what happened yesterday with all the New Year's games and see what really happened. Tim, what did you see yesterday from, all the other games that's happened for the college football playoffs?
Well, I'm still not sure that Ole Miss Georgia is actually over. Did the time ever run out?
I questioned that myself when I saw that they decided to keep putting 1 second on the clock like 3 or 4 times. I didn't understand it.
I'm pretty sure the float was on the field with 1 second left.
Yeah, definitely.
3 different times.
Yeah, I just when they said that they're adding the 1 second after the ball hit the pylon, I was like, why? You're even if they recover the onside kick, they're gonna be 20 on their 20, maybe on their 30.
It was at 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, but still, it was like, what? Why?
What made me even question it was when he recovered the ball and never just took the knee, just to save time, because they could have went for a Hail Mary, or just as they did, just lateral until they seen somebody open. But apparently they didn't do it.
My thing is any of the Ole Miss players just had to touch the ball. Clock started.
Right.
They just sat there and stared at it.
I think in that game we saw quite a bit of poor clock management. I mean, you saw in the first half when Ole Miss was trying to drive down the field, the player cut inside trying to gain yardage, not realizing they didn't have any timeouts. And at the end of the game, same thing. They just had to touch. Doesn't matter if you get the penalty for touching before the 10 yards. Clock starts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have run the clock out. And I think that's just what we saw. Some poor clock management on the players' parts.
Right.
On both sides, really.
Yeah. Another thing that killed me was when Ole Miss head coach just decided to burn out all the timeouts, knowing that when you're going to be against a team like Georgia, you're going to have to conserve at least one of your timeouts, but after the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think that might be. It's his second ever game as a head coach, first ever against an SEC opponent,
Right.
And that's gonna be one of those experience things. Great, and he's good coach. Got 2 wins. He's 2-0 as a head coach.
You're right.
But it's still SEC football.
Top 5 team, too.
Yeah, no, absolutely top 5. But it's still SEC football, and it's like a basketball game. 30 seconds is 30 minutes worth of time.
Yep.
You are right. You are right.
And we've seen that multiple times, especially, when they decide to add another second onto the clock for, good team that actually just got their asses handed to them the other day. And my thing is, so we saw Alabama lose in a way that Alabama would typically do it to the other team. But yesterday was not the case. Yesterday, we saw Alabama get their asses handed to them. I mean, it looked like Indiana looked like prime Nick Saban. Like Nick Saban's era. It was a pure dominance on both sides of the ball. And Jordan, what did you see yesterday with Alabama, Indiana?
Couldn't even get a run game going. Like, honestly, Ty was everywhere. He couldn't even. He was cracking under pressure in the first quarter already, and they didn't even blitz yet.
He had 64, I believe it's 64 passing yards at halftime. That is almost similar to what happened when we played against Georgia. Georgia. Look at the first half against Georgia. How many yardage we had? I think we had 23.
Less than 50, I can tell you that.
It was 20. Yeah. I think it was 23.
We finished the game with -3 rushing yards.
Rushing.
Yep.
And that's never happened in Alabama.
Right.
Nope.
Since I think I read that it was 1960.
The thing I think about yesterday that bothered me the most was they got down big in Norman against Oklahoma. They were down 17.
Yeah.
And they scored one touchdown, and all of a sudden the spark for the entire team was there.
Right.
But yesterday's game looked kind of like the second half of the FSU game. They just kind of gave up. They accepted their loss. I mean, guys on defense weren't running to the ball. And, I mean, personally, I would like to see the quarterback change a little earlier. I think that he showed some promise yesterday. But it just looked like they kind of had given up on the game before it was over.
Yeah, they need to – Coach DeBoer needs to start looking into other quarterbacks. If you look at him and Ryan Grubb when they were at Washington, who was the quarterback there?
Kyle Penix.
Michael Penix.
Yeah. Excuse me.
What was he?
He's a dual-threat mobile quarterback.
And what is Ty?
A very good pocket passing quarterback.
I wouldn't say he's a pocket passer. I would say more of a game manager. But, you know.
He's not really comfortable. NCAA right there. Field general. He's not real comfortable on the move. But the issue is, if you look at their pass protections, Ty's two best throws came when it was a bootleg left, and Cuevas was running across the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And because one of the issues I think Alabama, their offensive line is set up to pass protect on the move. They're set up for that mobile quarterback that's gonna get outside the pocket
and run.
And if nothing's there, take off and run.
Right.
And I think all year we didn't see Ty do any of that.
No.
He very much sat in the pocket.
He tried doing that against Oklahoma. I did notice that.
Yes.
It was in the fourth quarter when he started doing that.
Yes. But I think he, sits in the pocket. Nobody's open. He, gets really flustered. He jumps around, and that's when the issues happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Coach DeBoer needs to just take a chance in the other quarterbacks he have on the bench as well.
Austin Mack definitely should have gotten a chance during the Georgia game. Georgia game, we looked like we were lost the whole game. I don't even think offense even knew what they were doing. And what I compare the whole Alabama team to is it's a freshman high school team on offense with a pro-style defense.
Right.
Like, Kane Womack has our defense down. They just are always on the field.
And they're burning so much energy because they're trying to actually get the ball back.
Yeah, I think one of the things I saw yesterday that I liked out of the defense is I feel like all season they were playing. They'd start out really aggressively blitzing, playing man coverage, and they'd switch into this really soft zone. And I think yesterday going down big, what I liked was they played that aggressive zone all game. Aggressive man coverage all game.
Yes.
And that's when they play their best, when they're blitzing, when they're causing chaos. I feel like so many times they sit back and give up those 9-10 yard throws.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one thing that was really frustrating all season.
Yeah.
Was, even when you're up big on a team, or even when we're in a competitive game, and all of a sudden, there's 2 minutes left, the other team's driving down the field, and we're giving up those 9-10 yards throws instead of blitzing and staying aggressive.
Yeah, so my thing is, so if you look at the game after Tennessee, like we had, wait, no. Was it our bye, or did we have to go against South Carolina after Tennessee? It was South Carolina after Tennessee,
Yes.
right?
It was 4 in a row.
That's right.
Right, yeah.
So after Tennessee, and then we went to South Carolina, there was something off on Ty. And then it's been downhill ever since. I don't know if it was just he had the mindset of, okay, we're going through this 4 rough stretch.
Yeah.
Let me get my mind right. And then when South Carolina happened, I guess he thought, oh, okay, we're going up against a team that's unranked. They're also, I believe when we played them, they were 3-5.
Yeah, 3-5, and I believe no wins in the SEC.
They had 1.
You're right. They did have 1.
I think that was State? Did they play State this year?
Might have been State.
Might have.
State only lost one game in the SEC, and that was with, I think it was Kentucky.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, man.
But I mean,
Kentucky.
like
They're
what
doing
I
good.
what I don't understand is, so everyone knows Ty started off shaky in the FSU game. I think the entire team did, and then for 4 weeks in a row, he was the Heisman favorite.
Right.
If we judged the Heisman off 4 weeks, he would have won. He was by far, in my opinion, the best quarterback in any Power 5 conference, any Power 5 school. And then all of a sudden, they get those 4 wins. Everyone's talking about them. They got their swagger back. And then what happens?
I feel like he just lost all motivation when we started hearing about Indiana quarterback and just anybody dealing in another conference. I feel like the Bama just lost all focus with that, and then especially Ty losing his mojo on just trying to actually mobilize himself to actually stay engaged within the game instead of just
I believe Ty needs to. He needs to reevaluate this offense and the style that Ryan Grubb is trying to play. Obviously, his style is, I need a mobile quarterback. I need somebody that can also run. If we're going to get pressure, we need somebody that can just go as soon as the pressure comes home. And he needs to evaluate, okay, if that's the case, I can't do that. Let me try to find an offensive scheme that will work around me and go into the transfer portal. I believe he needs to go into the transfer portal and start looking into, Georgia. Who's the other team that's going to be? I guess you could say Arizona State, because Arizona State does do that. They have a pocket passer. I know what would be a good fit for him. TCU. TCU is run heavy, but will also pass whenever they need to.
definitely.
I don't see a scenario. It'll probably happen because it's Alabama, but that Ty stays. I mean, after those 2 losses, those 2 really big losses, that he had 100 yards combined in 2 games, at some point you have to look back and say, this isn't the scheme for me. And if they don't make an offensive coordinator change, the scheme's going to stay the same. So why would I sit here and hurt my draft stock when I could go to a scheme that's going to fit me and I'm going to put up Heisman numbers potentially?
Right, like Julian Sands.
Exactly.
Because, they're both identical
Julian
to
Sands
each other.
knew that scheme wasn't going to work for him. He's not a mobile quarterback.
Well, I also think it was more of, Nick Saban retiring.
But he's not a mobile quarterback, and he fit a lot better into Ohio State's scheme.
That is correct.
And I think one thing that Ohio State did really well is they built an offensive line around him.
Definitely.
And they gave him the 3-4 seconds he needed every play in the pocket.
Yeah, wish we had that.
And they can get push up front on run plays.
Right, definitely.
But let's go into Texas Tech and Oregon. What did you see there?
Man, Oregon couldn't even get a chance to just genuinely score. Oregon was on everything. I promise you.
Yeah, I think that was one of those games where we look back and
Belt to ass.
Definitely.
Indiana's the only team that won that had a first round bye since they've introduced the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that was one of those games.
That was actually going to be one of my key points I was going to talk about.
That's one of those games that you look back and yes, Texas Tech's defense played amazing. I mean, they held Oregon to 16-0 for the longest time.
Right.
Their defense is ranked 4th in total defense.
But the offense just came out there and put up 0 in the first half.
Yeah, they're
Against an Oregon defense who's good, but they should have scored.
Yeah, their offense, from what I remember correctly, they were ranked 5th or 7th. I think it was 7th. 7th total offense for Texas Tech. And Oregon's defense was ranked right behind Texas Tech. They were like, it should have looked like, hey, it was going to be a rough house.
Yeah.
Like, both of them
It
should have been
should
going
have
back
been,
and forth,
yeah.
back and
Yes.
forth, back and forth, either defense or offense.
It should have been what the first half of the Ole Miss Georgia game was yesterday.
Definitely.
Right.
It should have been, drive down the field, kick a 45, 50-yard field goal.
God, I wish we had a kicker.
I feel like with
That kicker was amazing.
Ole Miss has the best kicker in the country.
I'm just saying he made all.
He looks like
made all-
he looks like a fresh Justin Tucker.
Yes.
But I think that the CFP really needs to look and say, all right, we've done 2 years of the 12-team playoff.
Get out the Group 5 conference champions.
Yes,
Tulane
and JMU
did
shouldn't
not
have been in.
have been in it.
But
Definitely.
so we've held we've held 2 first rounders. 8 teams have had byes, 7 have lost.
Right.
Definitely.
And it's is the team rested or are they lazy from not playing? And I think 7 out of 8 times they've been lazy from not playing. They've come out flat. Like it's almost like I think what helped Alabama in that 4-game stretch was almost like they were hyped up on energy the entire time. They didn't have a bye week. They never got flat. They just stayed hot.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've noticed is, have you noticed, and this happened especially in the 2014 Alabama when we lost against Ohio State. It's every time when we play on New Year's Day. And I'm wondering if it's the coaches that are not getting their players ready and they're going out partying, or is it them slipping out and doing just still partying, but
Yeah.
are they not rested? Like, are they not being prepared? What is going on to where
like
the
the
New
idea
Year's games are just...
Oregon's head coach in a press conference yesterday said, I don't care what needs to happen, whether we need to start the season earlier or what. New Year's Day needs to be the national championship.
That
He's-
makes
He said, we are a feeder. We are, in sense, the minor league to the NFL.
right.
And the NFL does nothing to support us except we drag our season out to where now, the teams left in the playoffs, guess what their head coach can't do? He can't go out and recruit. He can't hit the transfer portal because he's focusing on his next game.
You are right.
I mean, Ole Miss is focusing on Georgia. He can't go out and recruit the transfer portal, can't go out and recruit these high schoolers. So
Right.
what needs to happen in order for them to go out and recruit? They need to end the season earlier.
that would also help with the transfer portal as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kirby Smart said it a couple months ago. He said, yeah, winning the national championship is great. Guess what I have to do the day after? I don't get to celebrate. I get to go fly to a high school and try and recruit kids
You're right.
who have already been recruited for an extra 5 weeks by other coaches.
And transfer portal, I think it opened back up today.
It did, January 2nd.
And it is going nuts.
Yep.
I seen 4,500 players entered already. I'm like, man. that
Yeah,
is
I
not
got
bad.
something last night saying that there was over 2,000 players that has entered in the transfer portal in the past 12 hours.
But then they got bumped up to 4,500 though. And
I mean,
saying,
you almost look at so Georgia, yes, they didn't win the national championship. They're not going to win the national championship this year. Kirby Smart has an extra 4 weeks of recruiting that he gets to do.
definitely.
Extra 4 weeks to pitch to his boosters why he needs more NIL money. losing early in such a long playoff helps you for next year.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Because, the end of Indiana, their head coach, he can't recruit the transfer portal today. He can't recruit the transfer portal tomorrow. He's got to focus on playing his next
His
game.
recruiting class for 2026, he's ranked 33.
Yeah. And then
Alabama is ranked second.
and then the number one team in the country.
Right.
But what did
And undefeated.
What did Kalen DeBoer do today? He probably got on the team's plane and he flew to a high school to talk to the number one recruit.
Or he probably complaining to the press right now that injuries are killing us still. I don't know.
That's the advantage right now with the season going on longer than the transfer portal, is if you lose, you have a better opportunity to get better players.
Right.
And that's why you're seeing more teams get in, because they have longer to recruit. It's a sales pitch at the end of the day.
Yeah, because I think last year Texas Tech, they weren't even in the talk of the playoffs at all.
No, I believe they were 17th or 18th.
They were like.
And then this year, all of a sudden, just
10.
in the top 4, got the first round bye.
Yep.
And all it's because, and it's not because of their recruiting. Their recruiting is, I didn't really get to look at. I can't remember where they were recruited at, but it's all in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
And it just depends on what coach and what NIL money can get these players in.
I think right now, in the day and age of the transfer portal, I mean, we were talking yesterday, you like kind of the old style where if you transfer, you have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
Right.
Not to where, these guys are practicing tomorrow.
It was back when the BCS
Doing the
era.
BCS, yeah.
Yes.
As a high school senior right now, unless you're a Ryan Williams and you get that Power 5 offer, if you go to Alabama as a high school senior, you're redshirting immediately.
Definitely.
And they're cutting scholarships because these kids from the transfer portal are proven in college. Why would I recruit you out of high school, you've never played down a college football, when I can recruit the center from Oregon for the same amount of NIL money, the same scholarship, and he's proven that he can play Power 5 football?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think that's the problem right now with the transfer portal, is it's not giving the young guys coming up the opportunity. You're seeing more guys more 5-stars go into lower level schools because of the fact that they're not getting those offers because they're going to the transfer portal.
Speaking of transfer portal, so I want to say, in my defense, I think the transfer portal and the NIL there needs to be a balance in all this. The NIL has gotten a little bit out of hand, especially look at Ryan Williams right now. He is making more money right now than what probably Cam Little is making right now in the NFL, and he's the number 1 kicker in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ryan Williams had 650 yards of total offense this year.
Exactly. So my question to you is, how would NIL and the early playing times driving decisions?
I mean, I think if you're a kid who's good enough to play out of high school, I think you're going to see more kids start to go to the SMUs of the world. Texas is now relevant again because of the NIL money. Yeah. SMU's relevant. It's very oil money, very rich school that has a lot of donors. Ohio State bought their team out of the transfer. BYU's another one. I mean, Ohio State wasn't.
Clemson technically is still there. It's just I think Dabo is just.
I think Dabo's on his way out.
He's outdated.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to see more schools like Ohio State. I think when they won the national championship, they bought their team from the transfer portal.
Big time.
And that's now the way you're going to see less and less high caliber recruiting coaches, more and more coaches that spend money wisely. It's now a business rather than selling.
Right, that's what Nick Saban's been saying.
Yeah,
every college game day.
It's now I'm gonna buy you rather than you're gonna buy into my school.
It's an investment.
Exactly. I'm investing into a player rather than the player going, man, I really like this coach. He's a personable guy.
Right.
Am I gonna go?
Nick Saban was.
Am I gonna go play for?
Was around.
Am I gonna go play for Nick Saban, who was a great coach, or am I gonna go play for $7 million?
I think when Nick Saban retired, Alabama had the largest like drop off on players and decommits
Right.
that I've seen since I've been born. Well, I wouldn't say that because we also had to deal with Mike Price, Mike Dubose, Shula. Oh God.
I think Saban obviously was a fantastic recruiter, and the program that he built throughout his entire tenure at Alabama was, even with Alabama having an early playoff exit,
Yeah.
everyone looks at the logo on that jersey and knows that logo.
Yes.
There's an aura around that crimson A, and I think you don't get that at some of these other schools that have better teams because it's not a program. It's not a program that's built on years of recruiting. It's a program that's built off very rich donors.
That too.
Right.
Like Ryan Day. Ryan Day has a great football team, and then he can't beat Michigan. So what do the donors do? They throw more money because they can go 1-11 as long as that one is beating Michigan.
You know what's so funny though? Well, it's more of on topic, but you know what's so funny though is the fact that last year, okay, Ryan Day had to go against Michigan. They lost, but they went into the playoffs still, won the national championship this year. Oh, and they also won the Big Ten. Sorry.
Yep.
I forgot to mention that. They won the Big Ten. What happened this year? They went to, I think it was at Ann Arbor.
It was at Ann Arbor. They beat them.
They beat them, and then they went to the Big Ten championship with Indiana. I wouldn't say it was belt to ass, but I mean it kind of was if you actually watch the game, because I mean they couldn't really move the ball in like the first half, and then that one big drive in the third quarter was basically the only game like changing for them.
Yeah.
But it was like
but Ohio State fans are happy because they beat Michigan.
You're right. Definitely.
But what's going to happen is his NIL money is going to stay the same because they beat Michigan. You have these weird programs like Ohio State that if he would have lost, he would have received more donor money.
Yeah.
But my question is to you guys is Indiana. They don't have the NIL money that Ohio State has.
No,
not at all.
So is their head coach the next master recruiter? Or did he get lucky landing the Heisman Trophy winner?
he kind of reminds me of Nick Saban.
Definitely.
I mean,
Not
the
just
intensity,
because of,
the
you know-
intensity on the sideline does.
Yeah.
But did he go out and build this team, or did he get lucky that Fernando Mendoza was that good and had no offers? And because he was that good, his brother, who's going to be just as good potentially, decided to follow.
I feel like it was a bit of both. Like knowing a coach that was coached under Saban, who that would just go out and try to find other players and all, and will actually recruit them to that team. I think Coach Signetti just went out, did his job, built the team from the ground up. Cause I know. Well, last year they was in and out the playoff talk and all. If I'm not mistaken.
It was. They're really good. They're undefeated.
Yeah.
But it's Indiana. They're gonna lose.
Yes, and it's like with that whole talk last year, I think that gave them a spark, like a major spark, and to keep on going, keep on recruiting, find the small pieces they didn't have last year, they got them this year, and look at them now. I mean, who they?
Yeah, I mean
they're what 13, 14 and 0 now.
I think
They're 14-0.
14-0, two wins away from
Right.
going 16-0. I think last night kind of cemented that. Yes, the Big Ten win over Ohio State was like, okay, they're for real. But winning last night the way that they did on a neutral site kind of cemented that they're there. They're the number one team in the country.
And there's a reason why.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the other thing last night did is I was on Instagram this morning because, it's 2026 and that's what you do.
No, it's Twitter for me.
5 of the 8 coaches remaining coached under Nick Saban at one point or another.
All coaches right now in the playoffs have been a Saban assistant.
I think that kind of, I personally thought that he was the greatest coach of all time. I think this kind of cements it.
Yes.
Obviously. And that's the one thing I wish people would give, and this is one thing I really wish Paul Feinbaum actually gave Nick Saban credit for. He never gave Nick Saban the credit that he absolutely deserved while he was coaching at Bama.
Yeah, I think he never got the credit because he was at Alabama, and because Alabama is Alabama because of Nick Saban.
Yes.
Right.
And I think that he never got credit from Paul Feinbaum because what did you expect 5 years ago when Nick Saban was the head coach on a Saturday morning? You expect
to win.
You expect to blow the team out by 30, and you expect him to be screaming on the sidelines.
Right.
Yeah,
So why would you give someone credit for expecting them to do what they're supposed to do? And I think that's why he never got the credit, is because he had built this program from
the ground up.
To where now I'm not going to give you praise because it's your job. Do your damn job.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing that. Speaking of Indiana, about head coaches and former. So this is one thing, and this is the one thing my dad loves talking to me about, and he hates Cinetti. He hates him with a passion, and it was because of the whole press conference that he had last night, where he decided to talk about how he wins no matter what. Just look where I've gone. To me, that's more of an arrogant type of response, and it's more of like, if you're like in an argument, it's I'm right, you're wrong. You're never gonna have a say so.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like his kind of arrogance around him is like, I know we're gonna win. He thinks he knows that Indiana's gonna win, and I think why people didn't hate Nick Saban that much is because, every interview he did on College Game Day, even the number one team in the country or unranked, it's a good football team. They got some 5 stars. We gotta watch out.
Yes.
Look at what he did after every time when we play against like Chattanooga, or what does he keep saying every time when we played against them? Look at when my first season when we played against Louisiana Monroe.
Look what he did this year, because Alabama played Louisiana Monroe, and they had College Game Day, and these guys got to be careful. What did I do? I lost to Louisiana Monroe my first year.
Right.
And I think that's why some people hate Cignetti, because he thinks that they're gonna win. Or he gives off that he knows they're going to win and they're the best ever.
Yeah.
As to where Nick Saban, even though he is the best ever and they, for a long time, had the best football team ever, it was, shit, guys, we could still lose. I mean, how many times were we up by 55 and he's sitting there throwing his headset?
I mean, and we're talking about breaking headsets, too. Like,
I mean, look at the 2023 Gravedigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was sitting there on the sideline screaming after, I believe he was screaming at the offensive line after he gave up that 3rd and whatever for the for anybody that doesn't know, I do have a child, and we all just heard him just giggle and laugh. Or at least I think he was crying. I couldn't tell.
I don't know. He's up from nap time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is around that time.
But going into the whole coaching, comparing Nick Saban to, how he handles everything, and he always puts back on himself everything, even if we win, we lose, he puts everything back on himself. There's one coach that I'm happy that he got fired for, and here is what we're going to be talking about after this too, is all this coaching carousels. This year has been chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I like to joke that, my next career is I want to be a football coach that got fired.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly. I think, I know Lane Kiffin quit and went to LSU, but I think LSU just paid him $500,000 for Ole Miss, a team he no longer coaches, to win.
Yes.
That man is making more money with Ole Miss still winning, and all he's doing is probably sitting there recruiting or just watching the game.
He flew on the private jet to go recruit.
Definitely.
You should follow him on Twitter. It's so funny.
It's really fun. But I think that now, because of NIL and because everything is expected, that coaches are put on the hot seat a lot faster than they used to be.
Yeah, Penn State, man. What did y'all do? What did y'all even think about doing that? I know there's a lot of fans out there that are even like questioning why they did that. I understand it from like, okay, you went from one win away from the national championship to losing to Northwestern. And I understand that, like, okay, we've got to start looking at, okay, this coach, we might have to start looking into maybe it's the coaching. We're going to have to see if we can find somebody that can keep up with recruiting, keep up with the NIL, keep up with just all the play styles that are happening right now. James Franklin still is that guy. I mean, look at now what you've done. You created a dumpster fire. You took almost 2 months to find a head coach that was willing to take the job. I mean, y'all thought y'all were going to get Kalen DeBoer. And next thing you know, DeBoer went, no, I don't want that. And then you're going after, who else did they go after they...
Was it Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was like,
He immediately, like,
I'm staying
first
Notre
tweet
Dame.
was no.
Fred definitely said no.
I mean, I get firing coaches. The one thing I don't understand and will never get behind is firing a coach in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
especially early on.
But, I mean, look at FSU. They had one win, and it was against Alabama. I mean, they had more than one win, obviously, but they had one big game, and it was against Alabama.
They started the season 3-0 with a home game win against Alabama. Then they went on the road against Virginia
Yep.
and lost in overtime.
But, I mean, you have, the boosters and the fans sitting there calling for Norvell's head. Why? Why are you going to do that in the middle? Why are you going to do that to your players in the middle of the season? You know what else that ruins? Your recruiting class for next year.
Yeah.
And all the players that are currently there.
Yeah.
Florida State has a lot of players right now in the transfer portal.
Lose a lot of interest like that real fast.
You lose a lot of players if you fire your head coach.
I believe the three coaches that I believe that should have been fired mid-season, Dabo Swinney, because how are you going to start literally in the top 10 and then just drop?
And then almost lose to Troy.
They even lost their bowl game against Penn State has an interim head coach.
Yep.
Right?
How?
Yep.
And then you're just going to, on the offseason, all you're going to do is just fire your defensive coordinator?
Yeah, that's another thing I love. Penn State fires their head coach, still is bowl eligible.
Definitely.
How is that a fail of a season?
I feel like if you make a bowl game, you're at least
I get it.
At least you did something in the season.
If Alabama had 6 wins, Kalen DeBoer would be fired. But it's Penn State.
Right.
I wouldn't say he was to be fired, though.
If they went 6-6, you don't think so?
No, I think Greg Burns has so much trust into this coach. I mean,
Listen,
look what he did. Look what he's doing with Nate Oates.
Yeah. I think, personally, I like Kalen DeBoer. I think Nick Saban had an integral part in hiring Kalen DeBoer.
I think he wanted Lane.
I don't think Lane was available at the time. I think he was very happy at Ole
Only
Miss.
2 people interviewed for the job, DeBoer and Kiffin. They were the only 2 that interviewed for the job.
I'm guessing Kiffin's contract wasn't just up yet at Ole Miss.
I'm not sure Alabama was willing to pay out the contract.
That too.
That I also believe it was also Miss Terry. Miss Terry might have had a little bit of like involvement
Because of
around
what?
it because she told on College Game Day that she's happy about for all of Saban's assistants, and she said one particular that she's really happy about. That was Kiffin.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, why did she tell him no, or at least tell Alabama, no, do not hire him. I don't believe he's the right fit for Alabama. Why would she tell him that? Okay, let me tell you why. She wanted him to build a dynasty like Saban did. She wants all his assistants to build dynasties. Kirby Smart,
Yeah.
Dan Lanning,
Steve Sark.
Well, he had a down season this year, but
But his quarterback looked
It's-
good in the bowl game.
I know.
it's every year we hear Texas is back after the bowl game. So,
That is true. That is.
That is something.
but
It's the sunglasses.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I believe that Lane Kiffin, he has his heart set in stone for Alabama. He just wants to give it time.
I think that's why you didn't see. I think that's why things ended so badly at Ole Miss for him, because he was holding out the week of the Iron Bowl to see if DeBoer lost.
Right.
Because I think if DeBoer loses the Iron Bowl, he's gone.
His announcement was, like, I think it was 3 hours after
Yeah,
the
he
Iron Bowl.
he was sitting there waiting to see if DeBoer lost, because he would have then went to Alabama. He would have been the one
Either
and
that or
only.
he would have stayed at Ole Miss, coached through the.
Correct.
And then if Alabama, lost their bowl game like last year against Michigan, if DeBoer lost that game as well, you're going to see, transfer portal go
Yep.
crazy. We're going to see coach firings. It's just going to be a whole shit show. And I believe Greg Burns would have said, "No, we're cutting ties with you. We're done."
But I believe that's why the leaving from Ole Miss was so ugly. Was he was sitting waiting, and he wanted to finish out the season, but Ole Miss said, "Give us your answer. You're gone."
Yep.
And I think if they would have lost that game and he would have said, "Hey, I'm taking the job at Alabama," probably would have finished out and would still be coaching at Ole Miss.
No, Ole Miss has a huge rivalry with us too.
Yeah,
Those years with 2015 or 14, 15, 16 with Hugh Freeze and all them. And that's the other one that just recently just got fired. Hugh Freeze.
Yeah?
That one should have happened last year.
Yes. It should have.
I get he was on his third full season with Auburn,
yeah.
but Auburn just cannot find a coach.
No, that's a revolving door of a program.
I don't
They
think
have
they'll
a
ever.
team.
I don't think they'll ever will, because their team also, the NIL boosters and their sponsors, they have a huge set in stone of, hey, this is what we're gonna have to do. This is what we
Yep.
want. This is what you have to do. You're gonna have to abide by our rules, or your money's cut. You're not getting anything, and so forth and so on.
But I think Auburn's entire season is the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yes, definitely.
Auburn can be winless as long as they win and beat
It's their
Alabama.
Super Bowl.
It is Ohio State. I mean, obviously, it's rivalry weekend. They both play, but it is Ohio State, Michigan. Michigan's coach is safe as long as he beats Ohio State. Ryan Day is safe as long as he beats Michigan.
I wouldn't say Michigan's head coach is safe right now.
Well, no, he didn't beat Ohio State.
Definitely.
No, he tried to do something else instead.
Yes, but if Auburn wins, if Auburn beats Alabama, their head coach's seat is no longer hot.
Yes.
And because they can't successfully win multiple games in a row against Alabama,
They would have been bowl eligible if they won against
Correct.
Alabama too.
Yeah.
They were sitting at 5 wins.
yep. And they were
six.
playing spoiler. If Alabama lost against Auburn, they would not have been in the college football playoffs.
Because Auburn, they lost.
Even
their
though Auburn
last,
still ended the year bowl eligible
They lost. Auburn lost
and
their
still
last
turned down their
2
bowl
games.
game.
Well,
Stupid Notre Dame.
they lost their last 2 games, and they had a bye week. Lost the game against Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Kentucky? Or did they beat Kentucky?
Are you still talking about Auburn?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was something like that, and then it was.
They started out the year ranked after beating Baylor,
right.
and then
They dropped.
they dropped after getting beat by Oklahoma by, I think they only lost by a field goal in overtime, didn't they? It was a close game.
It was an
Definitely.
overtime game. Yeah.
Definitely a close game.
Then
They
they played.
Didn't they play Texas A&M? No. Texas A&M didn't play nobody on our side of the SEC.
I don't know. I didn't really follow Auburn that very well.
I try not to follow.
I try
Auburn.
not to either.
me neither, but it was a rough ending.
Roll Tide.
You feel me?
In a way.
But it was a rough ending for them. They lost the game, had a bye week, prayed to beat us. They couldn't beat us.
Okay, so let me ask you this though: how do you feel about their new head coach now, Alex Gulch,
Yes, that's his name.
with Tulane's coming from Tulane?
Oh, that's right. He was coach two phones. He was
Yeah.
he had two phones for a while. Yeah. That's another one. That's an impossible position to be in.
No. The two programs that are just a dumpster fire to be a head coach for, and if you want to get in coaching, now's the time to do it for those two teams,
Yeah.
is Auburn and Florida.
Yeah, but I mean, talk about the Auburn's new head coach. He's sitting there because Tulane makes the playoffs,
Right.
so he's trying to coach Tulane. And what else does he have to worry about?
Recruiting.
Recruiting.
Yeah, that too.
So why? But so how are you putting that? How if you're Auburn do you expect a successful season next year? When you're
Look at the transfer portal right now. They have lost.
They've lost everybody.
Everybody.
I think I got
their,
4 years.
Their starting quarterbacks, all of them, like every single one.
Correct.
Their whole wide receiving core is gone.
Yeah. No, listen. I know we're an Alabama household, but I did play some high school football. I didn't play in college. I played college golf. I got some eligibility left in football. I might try and walk on at Auburn. You know. I know we're an Alabama household.
State's
household.
the best bet. If you're going to do that, do State. Mississippi State. Just make sure you take a knee when you play against Alabama.
I'm just saying that.
Because, now this whole stupid SEC scheduling is so stupid. This is our last year playing LSU.
Yep.
And then next year,
How about LSU and Old Miss play each other next year?
Pete Golding versus
Yup.
Lane Kiffin.
At Old Miss.
At Ole Miss.
LSU and Alabama this year.
Definitely.
Yep.
It's going to be at Death Valley.
Yep.
Yep.
And you got DeBoer against Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I pray we have a decent offensive coordinator that can figure out that, hey, we need a mobile quarterback and not
Yep.
Ty Simpson. Look, Ty, I love you, and I understand how much you love, I appreciate how you handle, press conferences, and especially how you always talk about Christianity right afterwards. I'm a big Christian myself. I give all glory to God as well. But brother, you've got to look at it. You've got to look at it as an investment on your part as well. That you have to start looking in what offensive scheme works best for you, and you've got to look at it and go, okay, well, is Georgia about to lose their quarterback, Gunnar Stockham? Is he going to go to the? Is he going to go to the draft? Is he going to go to the transfer portal? Most likely, he's going to go to the draft because I think he's in the top 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Yes. I think the thing that would be tough for Ty is he was Nick Saban's last kind of quarterback,
Yeah.
if you will.
I think all the seniors this year is going to be the last 2.
Yeah. But
I
if
don't think
you,
we're going to have anybody left after, literally Ty is it.
yeah, but if you look at when Nick Saban was the head coach, Ty Simpson was the perfect fit at quarterback.
Right.
He was perfect.
Nick tried to. One thing about Nick was any play style a quarterback had, Nick was going to try to play around him.
I just had a realization. If you look at last year with Nick Sirianni being our offensive coordinator last year compared to this year with having Ryan Grubb. Okay. Last year, Jalen Miller was our quarterback, and he couldn't do anything like running the ball,
Correct.
nothing. Like, I get he had like 700 yards rushing last year, but we looked completely lost.
Definitely.
Okay, let's put him in Ryan Grubb's scheme, and then
I think-
swap Ty with Nick Sirianni's.
I think Jalen Milroe is then in New York at Heisman voting.
Yeah.
I think he would have been number one.
I can see.
I mean,
Like, he would have been the number one pick.
I could.
I think if Ty Simpson was the starter last year, Ty Simpson would probably be in the NFL. But now I think he's looking at other colleges.
Oh, Ty Simpson. I know where he should go. He needs to look into going with Nick Sirianni over to Michigan State.
Yeah. I think the other thing is, we all saw it all year as Alabama fans, is Ryan Williams had the worst year in college football. Does he succeed better under a mobile quarterback?
Yes.
I mean, he was so good under Jalen Milroe, who could get out of the pocket and throw on the move.
The only thing that I had an issue with compared to Ty and Jalen when they were throwing both to Ryan was still used to Jalen's power. Jalen had zip.
Yes.
And every time when he threw it, it would come straight to his chest.
Definitely.
The other thing I would like to see is Ryan Williams is fantastic. His best plays are those little 2-yard screen plays make a guy miss.
Yeah.
What did Nick Saban's offense run perfectly every time?
Run and gun.
A 7-yard quick slant.
Oh, well, that too.
But
Run
that's
and gun.
the
And
7-yard
stop
quick
running.
slant is the reason that Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa are in the NFL.
Definitely.
That's all they
Mac
ran.
Jones, Bryce Young.
That's all they ran. So I would think that if you have a guy as fast and as shifty as Ryan Williams, get him the ball.
Use him.
The other issue we had
Like they're
is-
sending him on go routes. The kid can't catch go routes because you got to have soft hands.
Right.
He can catch a quick slant that's coming at 50 miles an hour though, because they're gonna put it in his numbers.
They're going to put it right on his chest.
And then
So run that style offense with the players you have. Don't. I feel like
That would have opened up so many run games as well.
Exactly.
Because the safeties would have had to come down.
Yep.
And for love of God, Ryan Grubb, learn to not run up the middle. They were always, every defense was having 7 in the box.
But I feel like that was the issue is Ryan Grubb had. I think Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson in the right offense is a fantastic quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Williams, if you call the right plays for him, is a fantastic wide receiver. You have 2 fantastic players that you're calling the wrong plays for. Call the right plays.
right.
You're an offensive coordinator in the SEC. We're not calling Madden plays here.
You know, so
That's what it seems like.
going back on the whole coaching carousel chaos that happened. So my question to you is, with all the hiring and firing that happened this year, and it looks like now it's settled down, except for Utah right now, they're looking for a head coach. Who with all the hires, who is going to be a scheme fit and who's going to be a culture fit?
I think
Question.
it is, but I think personally the team that had the best pickup is Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, yeah.
By far. I mean, because he's proven that he can coach at high level. I mean, Penn State 2 years ago was one play away from the national championship.
I think Arkansas did pick up a really good coach too with Memphis as head coach. I mean, it's almost every year with a Memphis head coach. He's been in the top 25.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis is they were there, and I mean, I feel like Memphis is one of those schools that a coach goes to coach at, makes the program good, leaves to a SEC school.
Yes, definitely.
Or ACC.
Yeah, but I
Mike
think
Norvell came from
yeah.
Memphis.
I think that the biggest win was Virginia Tech.
In my opinion, I would have to say, well, I already did. It was Arkansas. I think Arkansas's coach is going to be the best bet because they need somebody that can bring a culture in, and that's what Memphis's coach brought in. He brought in a culture to Memphis.
Yeah, that goes back to coaches that can create a culture. Goes back to the smaller programs that don't have the NIL money.
Yeah.
that require a coach to recruit.
And that's what Arkansas needs.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas, although it's Arkansas, it's a big program, it's in the SEC, they don't have a lot of NIL money. They require good recruiting, and they never had good recruiting.
Well, they do have all the... Oh, who is it that owns all the Walmarts, like the Walmart brand?
The family?
Yeah, the family.
Yeah.
They got them, so...
Then they're not using their NIL money correctly.
Yeah.
You said something then.
My question to you guys is,
I don't have a comment.
with how big these NIL contracts are getting, are you going to start to see programs hire NIL advisors to sit there and go to the head coach and say, listen, Ryan Williams isn't worth $2 million a year. Restructure this. Are you going to see contract restructuring?
I feel like if that does happen, I feel like the players will play or will lock in more.
I think we're definitely going to be starting to see
better.
a lot of commissioners in the conferences start having like group meetings
And
I mean,
with
look at-
other
and crack
Georgia,
conferences.
Georgia is starting to sue former players for breach of contract
right.
Oh yeah, I did see about that.
because they are leaving before their NIL contracts are up.
He was already at Missouri like mid-season.
But his NIL contract was with Georgia, and they were still paying him. So are you going to start to see 1-year deals as opposed to Ryan Williams, $2 million a year over 4 years?
I think we're definitely gonna be seeing some reformality here soon with NIL, and we're definitely gonna probably start seeing these conferences start shifting into how it is in the NFL with these mega conferences.
Yeah. I mean,
Look at now what Pac-12 did. Pac-12, okay, we just lost everybody. We only have 2 teams left, and it's Wazoo and is Oregon State, right?
yeah.
Now you're just getting literally all the teams that were in the FCS about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Texas State, Utah State.
Oregon State. No.
No.
No, Oregon
Oregon
State's
State.
already been there.
True.
But anyway,
You're getting the FCS schools that
you're getting all these
yeah,
FCS
you're
teams
getting
that never really got a
the
chance.
North Dakota States versus the North
Yeah.
Dakota States, South Dakota States, who have won the FCS national championship the past 135
Montana
years.
hasn't got out of
Montana State versus
FCS.
FCS.
As far as
Montana-
they haven't got out of that.
Their national championship is this week in at Vandy's Stadium.
Oh wow.
Why haven't they gotten out of that? Those two need to get out. It's South Dakota State, North Dakota State,
And Montana State.
And Montana, they need to get out. They need to go to the
They
FBS.
need to move to the FBS and actually start paying with NIL money. Yeah. And they need to get into the
Teams
FBS
like
so
that.
I can get them on NCAA.
You think Alaska has one?
They got to have at least one.
I think they got a FCS team.
It's a G5 program.
Sure is a great G5.
They're a lock for next year's 12-team
I
playoff.
think it's a division like
Oh, man.
20. I think my high school
Hawaii's
would
better.
be able to play against them and keep up with them.
Hawaii's better. I'm just saying.
Listen, if I got an offer to play Power 5 football at Hawaii, I'd be on that first jet out of it. You know how beautiful Hawaii is?
I know, right?
Hawaii's a lot nicer than
And-
Auburn, Alabama.
You do realize that every time when somebody like does really well in Hawaii, where they transfer to right
Oregon.
after? Oregon.
Marcus Mariota.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
But he got recruited from
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Man.
But yeah, this whole season's just been just crazy. It's been chaos.
I
and
know.
I believe that this season definitely is on the track of having a commissioner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And NCAA is going to be probably disbanded here soon.
Definitely.
I would definitely say in the next 10 years or so, NCAA is disbanded.
I think I can see the NCAA getting disbanded because for so long it was the NCAA that said you're a college athlete, you can't get paid. You can't do it.
Yep. Like if you want to go for money, you have to
you got-
actually play and get.
Yeah, you had guys that didn't make money off playing football, but that had YouTube channels that were getting paid, and they lost their right to play football.
Mm-hmm.
So now that college athletes are getting the ability to be paid, what is the NCAA there for? It's the name, it's the umbrella company.
That's what it looked like.
And I can see seriously them getting disbanded.
It's gonna happen.
I mean, because
it's got to with NIL being this bad and players.
I think NIL needs to slow down.
College players, especially these freshmen. I mean, high schoolers are probably already getting contract deals.
And
with them
NIL
being 5 stars.
High schoolers can get NIL money in Florida.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know what it is in Alabama. I haven't looked it up yet. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, though. That's crazy.
Yep. You can have high schoolers in the state of Florida receive NIL money from universities. Well, not obviously the university's not paying them, but the brands, they can get NIL money.
So that means I can be making more money
Yes.
than what my parents will be making.
Yes, correct. So
And I'm not even graduated from high school yet.
So perfect example is
Being a sophomore.
yeah. No, they got to be high school seniors.
Oh, seniors. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So perfect example is
and 5 stars.
the incoming Texas quarterback,
Sounds about right.
Diabell. His NIL as a freshman, as a senior going into freshman year, he's already evaluated and getting paid over $500,000.
It's probably more than what his parents are making.
His dad played in the NBA.
Never mind.
His dad played in the NBA for a while, but he is a high school senior. He has not graduated high school yet. He has not played a snap of college football. He's already been paid $500,000.
I was only making like
I was
I was
making
making like $15,000 my senior year.
about $7.25 an hour. Yeah. So you now have guys that have not, like, this kid could get into a car accident tomorrow, and guess what? The $500,000 is already in his bank account.
Right. Hospital bill already paid for.
So how do you slow down NIL? Because I feel like these past seasons with
Seniors
NIL.
should definitely not be getting NIL.
No, I think you need to be in college. But
Because they're not even like 18 yet.
correct. I mean, Ryan Williams was 17, and I know he reclassed and all that stuff.
I mean,
but
most seniors.
I think these past seasons with NIL, it was like, okay, it started off slow, right? It was like, okay, this is a thing. Here's a little bit of money.
Yes.
And then it was like, well, if you're not going to pay me money, he's going to pay me money, so I'm going over here. I think it has to be regulated.
That's where commissioner will come in.
I think there needs to be a salary cap. because it's not like SMU is going to be my perfect example. Is SMU has so much money from the oil fields and their donors that if they want, they can have unlimited recruiting.
They really could.
Because now I get it, you're limited to a certain number of scholarships through the NCAA, but you're not limited NIL money. And NIL money can go towards tuition.
The one thing I'm thinking of is, with all this money that's coming into Alabama, why don't we have a pro team? Why don't we have a little pro team at least?
Our Iron Bowl is our Super Bowl. That's the only thing about it. I mean,
To be honest, I would rather watch the Iron Bowl than the Super Bowl.
Literally. I mean, pro football. I mean, it's.
But I also grew up a Dolphins fan, so.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, fly Eagles fly.
Do not get started, please.
Hey, we both have former Alabama quarterbacks.
But bro,
He can't say anything.
bro, do not start.
Mississippi State's over here.
Dallas Cowboys?
Oh yeah.
How's Micah Parsons?
He's gone.
How's Trayvon Diggs?
Arrested.
They both at Green Bay. Your rivals.
Diggs is facing charges right now. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what I'm saying. I think
No, he
might be in one of the Diggs is in Green Bay. I'm not totally sure.
I think you're talking about Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs is under some misdemeanors, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some minor stuff.
Okay.
No, Trayvon. The only reason why he got kicked off the team was because he wanted to stay home with his family during Christmas, because they played in Washington
Right.
against the Commanders during the Christmas break, or before Christmas.
Yeah.
And he told the head coach, "Hey, can I stay here and not go back with the team? I have family here, like all my family's here. Can I stay here?" And coach said, "No, you're one with the team. You leave with the team." And he said, "No, I'm not doing that." Left, and took a plane. Took a plane after they already left. Didn't show up.
I see it as, and I know this is off topic, but I see it as, for a coach that hasn't been with Dallas that long, like Diggs was there for a good minute.
I don't think I know this is completely off topic here, but I do want to talk a little bit I'm not going to go in depth, but the big issue with Cowboys right now is Jerry. It's Jerry World. He is single-handedly destroying this team, and he wants to continue trying to relive the glory days back in the 90s when he won the Super Bowl.
Troy Aikman at quarterback.
You can't do that.
But you can't do that with the growth of money, the growth of income, the growth of salaries, and the growth of players demanding what they want to be paid for.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Look at Micah Parsons.
I have a question as a Cowboys fan. At what point is Dak not the answer?
I don't even think it is Dak is the issue.
No, he's not the sole issue.
Dak is not the sole issue.
But he's been there for so long, and it's been the Cowboys' year for so long. At what point do you try something else?
I mean,
you gotta just hope he gets injured again.
We play Dak down to the bone every year. Like, no sub out. We barely sub him out, and it's kind of killing me every time I see it. Like, please just take him out, because I mean, if we can do that, I mean, he gets yards, but our receivers is not just. I feel like it's the whole team. We just need to rebuild again. New management, especially.
Sell the team.
Please do.
Sell the team and dump it into a college football program for some NIL money.
Do it, please.
Texas don't need anything else in that state.
Half the college teams in Texas is better than Dallas. I hate to say it.
But talking about NFL, draft is now in the talks. And players are, declaring, not declaring, returning, or, obviously transferring. How do you feel about all these players, how do you feel about NFL and the NIL draft readiness? Like, do you think these players are ready for the NFL as soon as they get off? Like, obviously they have to go through a whole, like, during, what's it called when it's like a 3-day
Like their combine?
Combine, yes.
Yeah. Combine, yeah.
Yeah.
During, like, the first day of Combine, they have to go through actually it's the week. They have to go through interviews with the teams, and they also have to do a test they have to do multiple tests, like mental tests, physical test. There's one test where they're just testing you about what you've done in your past.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think making the jump from NCAA to NFL is kind of like making the jump from high school to the NCAA. Nobody's actually ready. And 95% of your high school seniors are not going to play it down their first year. And I think 95% of college juniors or seniors declaring for the draft are not ready. Right. I think players play best and have the best NFL careers when they sit that year. Right. I mean, look what the Packers did with Jordan Love. Everyone was like, why'd you draft him? Why'd you do that? You have Aaron Rodgers. You sit him for a year, and he's playing really well, and he's a good quarterback. It's because the speed is so different. But I have a question. As a college senior, put it this way: if Ryan Williams were eligible to declare for the draft, would he declare for the draft? He's making $2 million a year, playing high-level football at the University of Alabama.
I'm not gonna bring age into it, but I feel like he wouldn't be ready for it because
No, absolutely not. But I'm saying if he was draft eligible.
right.
It's basically like what happened last year with Jalen Milroe, where he had he left Alabama with a really bad sour taste. Like
Yeah.
He left after Michigan with a god awful taste.
Correct.
And then he had some time to think about it, and what, in my opinion, and all the other critics were telling him was, you might want to come back another year, and like basically become the Superman and be like, hey, I'm gonna step up and show these NFL teams what I can actually do and not leave this sour taste. I mean, yeah, he got drafted in the 3rd round, but you were projected to be a first rounder from the start of the season. You were a Heisman favorite. You were a Heisman front runner. You were the leader after the Georgia game.
Yes.
After the Georgia game, you skyrocketed to the number 1. And then he just left,
But I feel like now guys are more willing to leave school. Some of them, not all of them. Like if I was getting paid a stupid amount of money to play college football, I wouldn't go to the NFL just yet. But I think guys were more willing to leave. They used to be more willing to leave because it was about the money.
Right.
It was, I've put my body on the line for 22 years. I need money. I need to get paid.
Right.
Now it's, I don't need to get paid. I'm making $500,000 a year playing football. And I think that's another thing that you need to balance out with NIL is guys are going to start staying longer because rookie contracts in the NFL aren't that big. Unless you're going first round and getting a massive signing bonus, you're making more. Ty Simpson's going to make more in NIL money than he would if he were to declare for the draft today.
Diego Pavia. That's the reason why he's trying to.
Diego Pavia is 1 year out of a nursing home.
Did you see that FSU's quarterback is doing the same thing? Like he's fighting in the in courts right now to get him a year, but he kind of lost it. He kind of lost it and already declared for the draft. But look.
Here's the other thing
Look,
I don't like.
I'm 27 years old. If I try to go back to college right now, well, I am in college, but if I try to go back to a Group 5 power conference, if I try to go okay, I'm gonna transfer all my credits over to I will say Mississippi State because I actually loved Mississippi State. I love their college. I love the whole. It felt like home to me. If I went and transferred to Mississippi State, I probably maybe have 2 years of eligibility to play in the NCAA because of my age, and I never played college ball.
Right.
Never. Because I've been seeing a lot of 55-year-olds.
Yeah, absolutely. You get 4 years of eligibility no matter what.
30-year-olds. I mean, we had LSU recently just had a 33-year-old.
Their kicker, punter, yeah.
That is now in the NFL.
Yep.
Same way
He's
with,
a 40-year-old rookie in the NFL, I believe.
Same way with
Miami was famous for it.
Colorado as well.
Yep, they bring these punters in from Australia who have played professional rugby.
Right.
But professional rugby doesn't count as professional football, so you're still an amateur.
Definitely. But you have the mindset and you have the skill of, or really you just have the right mentality.
Yeah.
To just bring.
There's a difference between an 18-year-old kid and a 25-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Maturity, but that's what you're seeing is guys are getting older and older because they're less willing to leave.
The other thing is the peak age for an NFL player is 20. I think it was when I read it right. It was 25 to 32. That is the peak age for a NFL age for a player.
Yeah.
That's how it is for the NBA as well.
Even though NFL brought in, Colts just brought in a grandpa,
A 44-year-old
Hey.
who said he's not coming back next year.
I would love for him to leave.
He said he will be on the sidelines and not returning.
W Coast.
I thought they were going to turn it around.
I did.
I have
believed-
really high hopes.
And
I had
it
hopes
it seemed like the defense did not want to play with Rivers.
No.
I think they wanted to play with Daniel Jones, or at least give Riley Leonard a chance.
Yeah.
But again, like what you said about rookies, he was a rookie.
Yeah.
They're not ready.
No, rookies are not.
Look at what happened with Tua, Bryce. Even though Bryce has turned things around,
Right.
But he's turning things around in his sophomore season.
it's his junior.
Because then Jalen get benched by the Eagles. Or,
No, Jalen was
or he
benched
came in.
behind Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Yeah, he was behind Carson Wentz.
And then Carson Wentz went to the Colts. That's when they
stepped up.
decided to bring him in as the starter, even though it was halfway through the 2020 season. Carson Wentz got injured.
And she-
Go shock. No, like,
And what Jalen did.
what a shock.
And Jalen, he took off with it.
Well, he was also, like, made for that offense.
I ain't
Oh,
gonna lie.
that
That
offense
offense
is
was-
perfect for him.
Perfect for him.
Yeah.
The only thing he just needs to learn on and still continue to learn on is that he needs to learn to not read one player and
No, he's very much a first read guy.
he's
Yeah.
first read and go.
But-
That's what
but-
Jalen Miller was.
Yeah, but I think that's what. And granted, Jalen Hurts' last school was Oklahoma, but that's what Nick Saban's offense was. It was that first read, that quick slant's always open,
Definitely.
and so that's what he got used to.
Look at the wide receivers we had.
But it was set. Hut.
Jalen Milrow. Jalen
Waddle.
Waddle. Devontae Smith. Henry Ruggs.
He's coming. He's making a comeback in the NFL here.
We'll see.
He's been working out every day.
Jerry Jeudy.
Right.
No, that was unbelievable wide receiving
And
core
then I
that they
think we
had to
also
throw to.
had Irv Smith as our tight end at that time. Or was it later on?
It was later on.
I forgot who our tight end was at that time.
Because it was right after O.J. Howard. I think it was Irv Smith.
Might have been.
But like you had weapons,
Lethal.
and that's
And look at the
that-
backfield.
That's what,
Lethal.
yeah.
Oh, man. The backfield was killing.
Najee, Josh Jacobs. It wasn't Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry was at 15.
Yeah, he was before them.
Was it?
Damian Harris.
Yep.
Yeah.
If y'all can't tell, we're Alabama fans. Every single one of us.
So I have an Alabama question because this is a Saturday talk show about college football.
Right.
Who was a better running back for Alabama this year?
Damian Hill.
Yeah, Jam Miller.
No. He never.
So
Jam could never
Did he
recover
get
from
injured?
what happened last year.
his
with
broken
Zeke.
collarbone.
Yes. Okay.
And he kept complaining about it too the whole season.
But my issue is Hill was a better running back for the running plays called.
No.
He was a 230-pound back that could run up the middle. Jam Miller was not a run up the middle running back. Jam Miller could bounce it outside.
Outside.
But outside runs were never called.
No, they never were.
So Hill
And for
thrived.
the love of God, if Ryan Grubb ever hears this, for the love of God, I can't say this, but I want to, but please stop giving it to Kevin Riley. He's not a running back. He is not a running back. I hated Kevin Riley.
I would
Every
rather
time
see
when I
Jeremy
saw him-
Bernard in the backfield.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Or, hell, put damn Ryan Williams in the backfield.
Just get him the ball. He's a playmaker.
But Kevin Riley, he was small. I mean, he was smaller than Mark Ingram was.
You give Ryan Williams that ball, I promise you. And as you said, he's a playmaker. He will just send him on the flat. Don't send him on the flat. Send him on the post. I promise you, he will play make
The one thing-
somewhere around that 40, and we'll try to take it home.
The one issue we also had, name one running back that can catch it in the flat. That didn't drop it. Or had multiple drops.
No, all of them had multiple. The amount of times you sit there and you watch an Alabama game and everyone's covered down the field, so Ty goes to throw it, goes to his check down Hill, and Hill's looking at it, and turns up field, and the ball's sitting on the floor. because he's trying to get upfield first. That was the issue. And I think when Cuevas was hurt, that's what hurt them. Because Cuevas was that sure-handed check down. He's going to catch it and then get hit.
He's going to do so well in the NFL.
As to where your running backs were, I'm a running back, I'm a playmaker, I'm going to make plays, as opposed to securing that ball, getting the 3-4 yards that a check down's there for.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have that when Cuevas was out, they didn't have that sure-handed. Ty knows he's going to catch it every time.
He didn't have his scapegoat.
No, he didn't.
Nope.
And that's when Ty, I think, got really bad, is because he's so jumpy in the pocket that sure-handed, I know Cuevas is going to catch it.
Yep.
I mean, how many times on third and 4 was it everyone goes deep and then Cuevas just sitting 5 yards deep?
Well, I mean, if you saw when when Cuevas got injured, who was the one wide receiver that stood up like
Horton?
Horton?
Yeah.
Horton's like
Horton, yeah.
3 touchdowns in the Iron Bowl.
Yep. And that was the game that we needed Cuevas badly.
Yep.
That and Georgia.
We pulled it off though. I mean,
Or no, did we have
Yeah.
Georgia? Did we have him
Cuevas
back,
was
or-
not, no.
Oh, it was
Half-
Jam.
Yeah.
Jam we had back.
half of the Bama team was injured during Auburn.
Yes. Very injured.
And then apparently in Oklahoma, when we hit 2.0, we
Most.
had everybody back
Yeah.
except for LT Overton,
Yep.
Yep.
which even then against Indiana,
It's
where were
great.
you?
I forgot he was.
I don't think he had a tackle for loss.
I forgot he was leaving on the team.
I
I can't.
don't think he will. I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
This Alabama team, we definitely need to look into getting a new offensive line coach, a new defensive line coach, because what is the one thing Alabama's very well known for besides
Their
running
pass rushing.
back
Their pass
or-
rushing.
It's defense and offensive
Yeah.
lines.
I mean, look at some of the pass rushers that out like
Wasn't it you that told me the other day that you believe that Caden Proctor was overrated?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I agreed with you because look what he's done after the Georgia game.
Right, like he
I
at
can't-
the
I
beginning of
can't
the year it
agree
was
with that.
this kid this left tackle Caden Proctor, he's the best left tackle in college football.
Right.
Would you believe he's not in the first rounder now?
I don't believe he is. I think he played really well. I think Alabama that 4-game stretch played really well because they were having fun. Look at the Georgia game in Athens.
And they were.
Caden Proctor catches an 11-yard. Look at Mizzou. He almost scores a touchdown.
Right.
They're sitting there having fun playing football.
And we weren't one dimensional.
No,
We actually had a little bit of a run game going because I think that was Jan's first game back
Yes.
after his broken collarbone.
Was
and
Georgia.
He had about 50 yards rushing, and then we'd also bring Hill in,
Yep.
and he would get like
But
20. He
I'm-
got that big rush that was for 30 yards.
yes. On
Or no, that was the second time we played against Georgia, wasn't it?
no, you're thinking of the fourth down play. It was a 4th and 7, and Ty threw it to Hill. Ty threw it to Hill for like 31 yards.
No, we had one that went for 30, like
But
37
my
yards.
interest, how many times did an Alabama running back through the 14 games that they played break 100 yards? How many how many 100-yard games did Jam Miller, your number 1 running back, for a team that finished second in the SEC? How many 100-yard games did he have?
We had none.
And now you're getting guys that have 100 yards in the first half.
Right.
The only game we actually had a run game against was Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
And that was Eastern Illinois. I went to that game. You should have seen.
I seen that.
You should have seen the players against, like,
Yeah.
it was
looked,
a JV. It
Yeah.
looked like a JV freshman team
Yeah.
going up against a NFL, like
it was.
veterans.
That's what it was, though.
That's the reason why we had a big game
Yeah.
for rushing. Like we had over 200 yards rushing, and then all these guys were like, "Oh, well, Alabama looked like they figured
Yep.
out the whole rushing." No, we did not. It was just somebody that we literally couldn't like. Even I could get out there and like push one of the
Yeah.
linemen, and they'd fall down.
That was the issue that I had all year as someone who played football growing up and has watched football forever, is Alabama never had a run game. So for Alabama to not have a run game, they never had a passing game. Because you can't have play action pass when you know Ty's going to have to air the ball out 60 times in a game.
You want a fun fact? Alabama this year in total offense is ranked 74. Do you know the last time Alabama was ranked anything less than that or more?
No.
2005. 2005, we went 10-2 and won against Texas Tech in the bowl game. How?
I don't.
I've looked.
How do you do that with the talent on offense that you have?
I mean, you have all five, like 4 or 5 stars.
I mean, Jeremy Bernard, granted, he kind of did the same thing, in my opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong, that Ty did. Amazing first half of the year. And then it kind of slowly declined.
Definitely. I feel like the whole status of Bama just declined after, because
I feel like after that four ranked SEC wins,
yep.
where did Alabama go? Were they playing golf? Like what were they doing?
That loss after.
It's like what all the commentators were saying about Ty Simpson. When he looks like he's struggling, it's because he's not comfortable. He's not.
No, he looks very uncomfortable in the pocket, and I think it's because he has no faith in his offensive line.
I wouldn't either, to be honest. With you.
But I mean, your blindside guy is a right-handed quarterback to your left tackle, so it's Caden Proctor. How many times does Caden Proctor get beat?
Handful of times I've seen.
Yeah.
So how do you sit there and you set up, because you're right-handed, so that's your back, and not have to look and go, oh God, I'm gonna get hit.
He also doesn't have any pocket presence at all.
No, he very much jumps around and cuts around in the pocket, as opposed to taking his 3-step drop and climbing his 3 steps.
Right.
He doesn't climb the pocket.
My thing is that if you know you don't have faith in your O line, why sit? Why not just try to go for five or go for the full 10 or shit, even go for more? I mean that's what Milroe did. I thought Ty took notes off of Milroe. Apparently he didn't. But
I think Milroe was successful with not having faith in his offensive line because he was so much more mobile.
right.
I mean, look at last night when Ty gets pulled because he broke some ribs.
But who I'm saying,
Look how much more mobile they were.
you're right.
Like that. So that first drive that who replaced him last night?
Mac.
That Mac came in. You don't expect much. The guy hasn't played any snaps all year.
Yes, I said this. I'm like,
And he sits there and he leads them to their only points of the game because he climbed the pocket. He got out of the pocket.
Actually threw it downfield, got somebody open who.
I mean, the defense can
got them
only
in
hold
first
on
and
for
goal,
so
as a matter
long
of
if you have a
fact.
mobile quarterback.
Right. Got them in first and goal, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it was first and goal from the 7-yard line, I believe.
Yes.
But if your quarterback can roll outside the pocket and have a running threat, guess what needs to happen? A DB needs to come off their man. If your offensive line can cover the 6 guys that are rushing, the 5 guys that are rushing, and your quarterback rolls out, a DB has to come off and spy the quarterback, make sure.
Right.
So then you have a guy open downfield.
Or if they got a mic.
Yeah, but I feel like we were talking about this last night at the game. The new offensive strategy is run it on first down, get 3-4 yards.
Yep.
Next play, second down,
That's Bama.
take a shot downfield, and you're
that's the old Bama.
it's either a catch or you're hoping for a defensive pass interference. That's what football has. It's hoping for a defensive pass interference on a deep shot.
That's
Because they're so much more willing to call that now, so that they're like, oh, I'm gonna air it out. And, Ryan Williams is so fast, he's gonna get held, so they're gonna call it.
right.
Yep.
That's what the offense was.
My thing was seeing Mac just never played a snap, none this year. I feel like if the board just had faith in his backups, I feel like we would have succeeded through a lot of games. Especially, I feel like we would have had a chance to win up against FSU.
Yeah, like I don't think if Mac played last night more, I don't think Alabama wins. But they don't lose 30 7-3 or 38-3.
It would have been a one score, maybe,
I wouldn't see it being a one.
But
score.
they would have put up
it'd be at least like
they would have put up two
more
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the issue that we had this year is when Nick Saban was the head coach, how many times Mac Jones got snaps when Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa were in front of him. Mac didn't take any snaps besides Eastern Illinois and UL Monroe.
Right.
Everything else was a contested game. So the guy didn't get any snaps. As opposed to
They should have pulled him in the Georgia game.
Georgia, you could have pulled him. FSU, you could have pulled him.
Oklahoma? Definitely.
No. He actually was keeping us in the game. It wasn't Ty's fault. Our defense was just
Oh, wait. They did play Mac in the Oklahoma game, didn't they?
no.
No. They played him in that game was the missed extra point and bad defense.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of the other Oklahoma game.
You're thinking when they were down 17-0.
Yeah, no. The one I don't know why I was thinking about that one. I forget that we played him twice. The one that we lost, they should have pulled him.
In the regular season, yeah.
I think it's just, and this also goes into whole coaching too, is that coaches, especially Dabo, Jesus,
DeBoer.
He is scared on losing players and hurting players' feelings
To make changes.
Yeah.
to make changes.
In my opinion, the only notable change that we saw was Ryan Williams' snaps getting cut.
Yep.
The only one we saw, I wouldn't say that because he actually did. They kept keeping him in. It was like what he said.
No, but like
He was a
how many
decoy.
games like against Mizzou when he had zero.
I was asleep that whole game. I didn't get to.
So
I woke up literally and like the 2 minutes.
He had
before the quarter.
0 targets, but he only played 50% of the snaps that he normally played.
Right.
Because they were like, well, if we're not going to throw him the ball, we're going to put a receiver that's gonna get the ball.
Or like what happened when we played against Oklahoma, 2.0. Look who stepped up.
Yeah,
Brooks.
yeah, absolutely.
They took Williams out and put Brooks in, and he balled out.
Yeah.
How are you going to let a freshman ball out in front of you? And you're a sophomore that literally everybody was thinking you were going
They're
to also
the
be
guy.
in the
Yeah.
Heisman race.
Yeah. But I mean, look at last night. I don't know if you guys remember, but the one good play he had, it was like a 3 yards. It was like just a quick screen. He makes the first guy miss, and all of a sudden, it's 1-on-1. He's gonna make a defender miss 97% of the time, 1-on-1. But that was, in my opinion, bad play calling. All year, we can sit there and say play calling was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was Ryan Grubb.
But my issue.
This feels almost similar to when we had Bob as our offensive coordinator.
My issue is you have your backup quarterbacks are better suited for the offense you want to play.
Right.
That's the offense you're going to call. You're an offensive coordinator or whatever.
Definitely.
Why not try your backups? If he's going to fit better into your scheme, why not sit there and go, okay, maybe it's time. I feel like as Alabama fans, what we're used to, I don't care who the hell's the quarterback as long as they're winning.
DeBoer is afraid to make changes. Minor changes at that.
I wouldn't say that. It's more of just he's worried about like
No,
losing players.
He
in the
doesn't.
transfer
You don't
portal.
want to lose Ty Simpson in the transfer portal.
Right. But at the same time, if you know your quarterback is not doing as good, if you know he's getting cracked under pressure, especially off of a defense like Indiana, who I started counting how many times they really blitzed. They didn't even blitz that much, but they would send the house, and you wouldn't even know they did until the O-line just falls apart. If they would have subbed in Mac or just gave him a chance,
or Russell.
that too. If they would have subbed in anybody else before halftime just to see what they can do in them last 2 minutes, I feel like it would have been a touchdown score or something on the board.
Absolutely. I think, like, the defense, I know they got 38 put up on them yesterday.
Yes.
I think they played unbelievable in the first half. They had 3
Yes.
sacks in the first half.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not a defensive issue. Like,
They were on the field like the majority of the
Yeah.
game. Ooh, excuse me.
But it
They
was
were
the-
on the field most of the game.
but it was the same thing against. I mean, look, first game of the year, FSU. What does Alabama do the first drive? They had a running game. They ran the ball. Then all of a sudden, they start going 3 and out. The defense starts to get a little tight. It's tough when your defense is playing 65% of the snaps.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Like, okay, so I remember when we first played against FSU, what did we do that first drive?
We ran the ball down their throat.
We ran the ball and we scored.
Yep.
After that, what happened?
We started throwing the ball. The defense started to get wore out because we started to go 3 and out.
Right.
It is tough on a defense because defenses don't get to sub like offenses do because offense can sub and then the defense gets the chance to sub. The defense doesn't sub and the offense gets a chance to sub.
Right.
So if a team decides to run tempo and they're running 65% of the snaps as offensive plays, that's a lot on your defense.
Definitely.
Especially with a mobile quarterback.
That's
Tommy was killing us.
Alabama struggled against mobile quarterbacks.
Always. I think the only time we've actually had a decent chance with a mobile quarterback was when we played against Clemson in I think it was the Sugar Bowl in 2017 with Kelly Bryant.
Yep.
That's it.
I mean,
And Kelly Bryant, I'm sorry to say this, but your ass. That's the reason why you're not even on the team right now.
Castellanos tore them up.
Right.
Diego Pavia, who's shouldn't be drafted this year. I mean, he's going to go for another year of eligibility, but
He's not going to get it.
tore them up. They struggle with these mobile quarterbacks. I don't know how many times did we see it that Alabama's defense, they should have the guy sacked for a 7-yard loss. And all of a sudden the guy slips out of it and it's a 15-yard gain.
So my question to you is, if okay, let's say Texas and Texas A&M won. They did not lose. So we got to go against Marshall Reed, a really good mobile quarterback. Alabama win or lose?
They lose.
Really?
Yes. The mobile quarterbacks, listen, I think they beat. So they lost to a mobile quarterback in FSU. They beat a mobile quarterback in Vanderbilt. But I think the mobile quarterback at A&M had better weapons than Vanderbilt had.
If you look at the defense this year, what was the one thing that was killing us? The run game.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, absolutely.
The run game was killing us.
I said this last night, though. I said Alabama's defense doesn't know how to stop the run because they don't face a good run game in practice.
We also do not have defensive linemen that can do it.
No, they have
They can't.
they have
hold up their
exceptional
blocks, they can't-
pass rushers.
That can't do any just can't hold the gaps or like collapse the gaps. They can't.
No.
The only person that I've seen that could do that was Pierre, and Pierre's a lineman
Yeah.
or linebacker. Excuse me. Hey. We're gonna need to start looking into getting a new defensive line, offensive line coach soon.
So, I have a question for you. If you're DeBoer in the transfer portal that just opened up today, are you looking for a quarterback?
No.
No, you're gonna let it ride.
What I'm gonna
have what you need already.
what I would do
If Ty Simpson decides to stay,
that is what I'm gonna start looking into. If Ty stays, then my thing is next year, okay, we're gonna have a quarterback battle then.
that would be my question. If Ty stays, do you sit there? Okay, Ty's our guy. He was our guy this year. He's gonna be our guy
No,
next year.
it's gonna be a quarterback battle, and it's gonna be Ty versus Russell because Mac would leave. Mac will be going to the transfer portal.
You think so?
Yes, I 100% believe he will go with Sirianni to Michigan State. I mean, that's been your coach for the past 2 years. Actually, no, 3, because he was with DeBoer when he was at Washington.
Right.
So he's been there. He knows his schemes. He knows how he wants the offense to run. And you're a veteran. You're technically a veteran quarterback. I mean, you've been there in NCAA for 3 years now.
Yeah. Okay,
Why
but
not?
if Ty declares, I don't see Ty transferring. So if Ty declares for the draft, do you look for a quarterback that has snaps, that has playing time, that fits your needs?
No,
Or do you just say we're going to rock with a guy who's played 30 snaps all year?
because you
I would
you
go-
already have what you need. He's Bama bound at this point. Hasn't again barely played any snaps. Less than 50, honestly.
That's yeah. So do you
And-
look for a guy that has game experience, or do you just say we're gonna ride with a guy who has never played?
Just
Well, who would you get? That's my
Well,
question.
that is the issue.
What would be your top dollar? This is the quarterback I want to spend money on NIL right now in the transfer portal.
There's not one that fits the Alabama scheme.
There is one, but I would not go with him because he has the Jalen Milroe syndrome, where he has the one read go. DJ Lagway.
no, I don't see that. I can't see that. The only reason why is because of him being on FSU for like a good minute. I don't think his play style could bring a benefit to Bama's offense.
DJ Lagway?
UF.
Yeah, he was at Florida.
He's at Florida.
True. I don't know why.
Tommy Costa would
I
have
could have.
Castellanos.
Castellanos. Yep.
Castellanos. DJ Lagway was at Florida, but so
I don't know.
So-
we don't know.
if you actually look at also his record for DJ and his stats, he's almost similar to Jameis Winston when he was at Tampa Bay, his last season. He had really good passing yards, but 30 and 33 passing touchdowns and interceptions. He had, I believe, 2,500 or 2,700 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
But-
so if you're Alabama, do you just go for an offensive line then?
yes, definitely.
I would go with
I would.
my personal opinion. Just because I played in high school football and I was a safety, I would go for defense,
You think Alabama needs to rebuild its defense in the transfer portal?
especially the offensive line. Defensive line. Defensive line needs help.
In my opinion, we have a 50-50 defense to where I feel like,
No, I agree. I think Alabama's defense is either the best in the country or they give up.
yes, like they're 50-50.
We were actually ranked 13 in total defense this year.
Yeah, they're either unbelievable or they.
So how is that balancing out with Alabama's offense going 74th
Yeah, exactly.
to
So
defense being 13th in the nation?
I think you need to rebuild your offensive line because I don't think offensive line, they were atrocious run blockers, and I don't think they had an overall good year pass blocking. So you need a new offensive line. You at least need a new center and 2 new tackles.
Definitely.
Especially for the blind side.
Yes, you need a
If
new.
Ty comes back, well, is Russell right-handed?
Yes, he's right-handed as well.
So yeah.
So you
definitely
need
gonna
a left
somebody
you need a
on-
left
you need
tackle.
somebody on the blind side.
So you need a left tackle. You need a center. Because
Oh, center is coming back this year.
yes, but the center is significantly undersized.
Definitely.
He's
How tall is he?
6'2".
Oh, he's the same height as me.
He's the shortest on the offensive line by about 5 inches.
But
Man, Bryce Young
but
would have
his-
thrived.
But his weight is carrying for all of that though. That's the only thing about it.
Yes. So you need a center and you need a left tackle, and then where do you go from there?
Running back.
I mean, yeah,
Do you need a running back or do you need?
because
Is Cuevas done?
Wait, this is done.
So you need a check down guy. You need another 6'6", 250-pound tight end.
And what I would do is I would go for a like Jahmyr Gibbs type or Najee Harris type.
A sure-handed back.
So a back that can make you miss, but also can get you like be your scapegoat when you need him in the flat.
Yeah. Okay, next question for you.
running back and fullback.
I'm getting
That's all we
interviewed today.
That's all we need. Oh,
If you are, after the season that you just had, if you're Ryan Williams, do you leave?
no.
And he's already said it, but no, I would not. and he's doing the right thing too. He's not pulling a Jalen Milroe or. Funny enough, Jeremiah Smith is actually debating on leaving Ohio State.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, he said there's been rumors that he's having some like
He's doing
second
visits.
thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing visits with other teams. There could be a chance that if Ryan Grubb and DeBoer put out the right number, we could have Ryan Williams and Jameer Smith
Yeah.
for
Because
whoever the quarterback would be.
Bernard's done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
He's now become my favorite wide receiver.
He was by far the most sure-handed wide receiver Alabama had this year.
I think one thing I will also go into the portal for is a Mike. Mike.
Oh, Dante Lawson.
Yeah.
Dante Lawson's is leaving.
Yep.
His year's done. Yeah, we're gonna have. Well,
Mike
I would say Pierre might step up in that spot.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna have to replace the. What is he? Is he a nickel?
No, he was like an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
I
So
think
he was a rush. He was a rush.
yeah, I think one thing that Alabama didn't have this year
What defense do we run? Was it a 3-3-4?
4.
4-3 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 4-3.
Oh, I read something that somebody got
Georgia
mad
runs-
about
Georgia
Alabama
runs
running
3-3-5.
3-3-4.
Yeah. The thing that I saw that Alabama didn't have this year that they had in the past was a fantastic edge rusher.
We always do.
But who was it this year?
Pierre.
He wasn't stand out like the last class.
He wasn't like
He wasn't like Dallas
Jahai
Turner.
Jahai Campbell.
Yeah.
I
think
Dallas
the-
Turner
the-
or Will Anderson Jr.
The interior of the defensive line this year is better than the exterior. I'd getting home to the
One
quarterback.
thing that I did like about Deontay Lawson though this year was he was very vocal. He knew where to move players. It was only him.
Yeah.
Bray Hubbard should have been that guy in the backfield.
I don't
He got
understand.
burned so many times.
I don't
It was-
understand why Bray Hubbard wasn't that guy.
I don't either. Like you had a stellar freshman year,
But
and this
Bray
year,
Hubbard was that guy that he got burnt at FSU. But when they won, he played unbelievable. He had this different energy to him. But when they went down, he went down. He got lazy. He wouldn't run to the ball. And that's...
Oh yeah, you're talking about that time when he like let up on
yeah,
that touchdown.
he let
run.
up on the touchdowns.
There was one where it was almost every play against Georgia when he had to go against Zachariah Branch.
Yeah.
He was just getting burned.
Oh, man.
And
But like when Alabama was winning, what did he do really well? He wasn't the first guy to make the tackle, but he was the second or third guy in there punching at the ball,
Right.
causing turnovers.
that's one thing that he's good for.
Yeah.
Is that he knows he can read he can read a quarterback's eyes very well.
And he causes turnover. He doesn't cause interceptions.
He's a disruptor
He doesn't cause interceptions.
type player.
But if a running back makes it to the second level, he's punching at the ball.
Definitely.
That's what he was for that defense.
I will also
He was a better version of Vinny Cincinnati. Let's just say that. Except Vinny Cincinnati knew how to communicate with the players.
who's our I think he's our free safety Isaiah Horton.
Isaiah Horton's
No, he's a
Not-
wide receiver.
Not,
Yeah, he's
not
our
Horton.
wide receiver.
The other number one.
Who caught the pick from
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Xavier Brown.
No, he's a corner.
He's a corner.
Corner.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if we can bring some, because we got burned numerous times down the field. In my
If
opinion,
we played against a team like that had the Jeremiah Smiths, the Zachariah Branch, if we had those guys that could just go in the flat, we're gonna get burned because we don't have anybody except I believe in my from what I've seen so far, Red Morgan was the only guy that could actually keep up with those guys.
Yes.
The only downside is in his mind, when he has to go against them, he believes that he has to do something, and
He has to
always
interfere.
Gets a pass interference called on him. He's the one that's been mostly this year we've had that's had pass interference.
My issue was with the defense is so they played like we talked about earlier. They played a very soft zone coverage the majority of the year.
Yes.
But if you're playing a soft zone coverage, you shouldn't be getting beat because you're always going to have 2 high safeties over top. So you're getting burnt, and it's because your safeties, 1, they're late reacting, and 2, Hubbard wasn't the fastest safety in the world.
No.
He wasn't making it across the field.
Right.
So they sacrificed speed up top for a better run defense.
Honestly,
They didn't have, besides Hubbard, they didn't have a hard-hitting defensive back.
nope.
It was Hubbard. But he wasn't hard-hitting and fast. He was hard-hitting.
I'll bring him closer, like towards the.
See, I would see him better in a nickel stop the run scenario.
Yes.
You need speed, like you need the fast guys, like when we had Kool-Aid and we had all those guys in the back in the back deep that can keep up with receivers.
Yes.
So you're saying you would put Bray Hubbard in where Malachi Moore was in that
Yes,
nickel area.
I would bring him. I would start him up high because you have 2 high
Xavier
safeties.
McKinney.
Yes, and bring him down and basically have him commit to being a stop the run safety.
So you would swap. So basically, what you would do is just basically swap Red Morgan and
Yeah,
Bray,
because I feel like
Red was in that spot.
Bray is slower, Red is faster,
Right.
so he's a cover safety, and Hubbard hits harder
Put him in the seam. Keep him there.
because he couldn't keep up with the receiver, but he can keep up with a running back
There you go.
out of the backfield.
And let me tell you this: if you put him in there, slants are dead.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, because 1, no receiver's gonna want to run a slant and get blown up, and 2, your quarterback's gonna throw it. Your receiver's gonna get blown up, and then he's gonna go to the quarterback and say, "Hey, don't fucking throw that football."
Not just that, he
And-
reads the quarterback's eyes. He
and
can immediately
don't
tell
let-
and go break it in and already be
don't
there
let-
before the guy
Yep.
even catches the ball.
And don't let us blitz. He might get through the hole and get
Well,
sacked.
that's one thing he hits like a linebacker. I would have liked to see him used on safety blitzes more often.
True that too.
I feel like Womack with the blitzing, he never brought in a corner or rolled in a safety blitz. It was always a Mike blitzing like we ran right up the middle.
Right.
There was never any edge pressure.
And that's another thing about Bama's defense. I know, 4-3 is good. I don't. You heard that too.
It's your dog.
I think it is a dog.
No, I think it's yours.
Probably.
I don't know how 3-3-5 would work with Alabama style defense. I know it works good with Georgia.
That's what we had when
as we can see,
Pruitt was with us.
right. But
But I think
I
you
go
could
through his nickel always.
you can
Or
run a
no.
3-3-5.
Or did Pruitt have the 3-4 like?
He ran a 3-4.
Yeah.
You can run a 3-3-5 if your 6 in the box can stop the run.
That's
But we couldn't. We always had 7-8 in the box stopping the run, which left someone open.
there you go.
So that's why we always got burnt on play action. Because our DBs would see the run, commit to the run, and they got beat by 3 steps.
Right. And that's why I feel like running 4-3 just left a lot of stuff open.
Yep.
Put our safeties in.
That's where
deep-
you
deep
need
jeopardy. I'm
You
talking
need
about-
faster safeties
Yeah.
because if you're gonna stack the box with 7-8 guys, your safety needs to be able to break from the middle of the field to the pylon. And our safeties couldn't do that. So it was always these guys, although you had 1 high safety, 2 high safety, they couldn't get there in time to be that second man in.
Right.
It was always 1-on-1 even though there was a safety over top.
So basically, what you're all saying is, Alabama has a lot of identity issues.
Yes. Definitely.
Yes. They have the pieces, they need the right glue.
Yes. And if
I just don't think we're fit into the puzzle though.
this 50-50 defense
Like-
no,
go ahead.
this 50-50 defense that Bama has, I feel like it could be.
It's not even 50-50 defense. It's just because of our offense just can't do anything.
But-
They're
We're always getting-
locked down until they're tired.
Right.
But that's why I keep saying 50-50 because again the first 50, they're good, but that second 50, man, They're dog tired by the 2-minute warning in the third.
Look at the first half against Oklahoma, the second time, and then look at the second half. First half, look at the time possession compared to the second half.
Right. Defense definitely has stepped up in the
First half.
That's where your ability to run the ball comes in. If Alabama can run the ball, I mean, how many times when Alabama scores, is it 5-play drives, 6-play drives? They don't have that 12-play, 5-minute, 98-yard run the ball down your throat anymore.
Right.
Which is where the defense gets tired, is because the defense rests when you have a 12-play drive.
Yes.
Not when you have I just threw the ball 75 yards in the air to Ryan Williams.
That's where I would go into looking in like what happened with Indiana. Okay, so first half it was you could say it was close. In the defensive
It was
standpoint,
closer than the score showed.
Yes.
right. I mean 17-0.
I believe it was 24-3.
I didn't get to see. Oh,
It was
I mean Bama was going to get the ball at the half.
Yeah. If they went down and scored a touchdown and made it 24-10, completely different ballgame.
No, not even 24-10. It would have been 17-7
Yeah.
when we got the ball back
Yeah.
at the end of the half.
Right.
If you go down and score a touchdown instead of kicking that field goal, or instead of with turnover on downs.
Yep.
I didn't get to see
Yeah.
because I was cooking.
Yeah. But that's what Alabama needs, is they need the ability to run 12 offensive plays in a row.
Just to give the defense a break.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I've ever seen this defense that we have to be on the field so much. And the whole time...
It is tough to win games when your defense is on the field the majority of the time.
Yes, and that's
I
where
mean, look at the Georgia game.
Yep.
We had probably 10 minutes in the whole game of total offense, of game time of possession.
Yeah.
and
Georgia had 30, and it was in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And that's where I say that the defensive play style of running 4-3 is killer, because Bama is known for blitzing, and nickel brings the blitz.
Yep.
If we can, get some more safeties and all to cover the deep zone. Try and get a mic to cover the middle, and then have a DB beside the mic to be put on the spy or whatever. Also have Brown as the corner still. I feel like that defensive presence that Bama is known for, it can come back and it can really win us. It can change the game.
Yeah.
And also put numbers on the board as well.
The other thing I would like to see out of Alabama in the transfer portal is give the Ole Miss kicker whatever he wants.
Definitely.
I mean, we're sitting there watching the game. And this guy's making them from 55 that were good from. He's hitting the net.
Mind you,
He's hitting the hands on the net.
I could have sworn it said 64. I could have sworn it said 64.
No, he never kicked us.
No,
He was really if
they
like,
said he
all
was
he
comfortable
said-
from like midfield.
Yeah. That's
Like
what I said.
they were like, if you get it to within 70, give him a shot.
like the commentators were questioning. Is there like wind in this
Yeah.
dome? In the dome,
Yeah.
that man is kicking these yards
I
field goal
promise you
like
they said
50.
In New Orleans at sea level.
I promise you they said that. I remember them saying that too.
The
Like,
board, you need to start looking into getting that kicker.
But okay, so as an Alabama fan, besides Will Reichert, when's the last time you were comfortable with a kicker on the field?
Adam Griffith. Not Andy Papanatas.
But you are
What year was that?
17 when we went to play them against played Georgia in the national championship.
Okay.
but you are one of the top teams in the country. Why does it always seem like Alabama's kickers are mediocre?
They're not really high in recruiting.
Right.
They don't.
Besides Will Reichert,
If you think about it, they really don't care. because we've Alabama's offense. What have Alabama's been known for? Offense. We've been known for these.
No, great. Connor Talty is one of the best extra point kickers in the country.
Right.
Field goals, he's questionable.
23-yard field goal. All he had to do was just put in uprights, and blamed the holder.
How you gonna blame the holder?
23-yard field goal is shorter than an NFL extra point.
We got
Oklahoma against the Oklahoma. If he
I
kicked that field
forgot
goal,
what
we would have
team.
won it.
I forgot what team Will Riker is on.
Minnesota.
Minnesota Vikings.
Guess what?
Go Skull.
Guess what he did?
He's one of the best kickers in the league right now.
Yep. Guess what he did on Thanksgiving Day?
He hit the sky cam.
Yep.
Isn't he
kicked.
He's like in the top 3 in
Yeah.
kicking right now.
Mhm.
Cam Little obviously is number 1.
Yeah, that guy's hitting 64 in Jacksonville.
Riker kicked 60. Like, literally. I was sitting there watching the game. I'm like, I really miss him, because if we had him, the field goals that Talty missed, Riker would not have missed that.
But also think about this too. When was the last time Alabama had a good punter?
I ain't want to tell you.
What was up with the punting this year?
I don't even know.
It all comes down to these big fucking games. I don't know if it's just under pressure, if DeBoer's not getting them prepared for the big games. I don't know what it is, but
I mean,
Georgia, our punter was kicking 30,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
30,
He was
30
sh-
yards
he was shanking
or
punts.
20.
Yeah.
I think he gave one where they were inside the 50.
Like, you're better off Ty throwing an interception.
Definitely, definitely.
Or just do what Tom Brady did and
The quick punt.
the quick punt.
But my issue is, if you're the amount of times that they punted and the guy kicks it 45 yards, why not just say, I have faith in my defense, go for it?
But he's not.
DeBoer is afraid to make changes again.
I mean, compared to what he did in Washington to Alabama, it's identical what he did.
But I feel like in Washington, his play calls were more like risky. He took more chances.
Yes, I feel like
I feel like he got to Alabama and was like, whoa, I'm at Alabama. I'm the best.
He had more freedom.
Yes.
In the Big Ten on Washington than coming
So
down.
let me
to
ask
SEC.
you this: Is it Nick Saban that's doing it? Do you think Nick
Listen,
Saban is the one that's going in?
I think Nick Saban still has an office.
Well, he does.
Of course.
His office is up on the top of.
I
Bryant
think
Stadium.
he's still. There's not a decision made within that program without Nick Saban knowing.
But if you look look at Nick Saban's office compared to when he was the head coach to
Oh yeah.
DeBoer's.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody came in and tried to do
It's a mod. Yeah.
a social media marketing.
Yeah. It's a great corner office at a law firm.
But for Saban's,
Nick Saban's office was Alabama.
yeah.
That old mahogany.
The look, the
Yes.
wooden look, if you're going in the office, you're going to get a chew. You're going to get an ass chewing.
Yep.
Or, back in the old days, the paddle.
I feel like, and this is something that caught my attention as well with Indiana and Signetti. I feel like that's what happened last year with Signetti. Like, he went in office and they chewed his ass out for losing one of them games. I think he lost to Illinois, if I'm not mistaken, last year, and they chewed him out for just losing.
Funny story about Saban, and this is his last year, or at least we believe. I think it's when Pete Golding was in defense. There was one year this is when he was talking with Pat McAfee on his show. He was telling him that there was one year that we were losing a game and the defense coordinator had marbles in his mouth and wouldn't do shit. In his words, not mine. So he took over the play calling. And then...
Who, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I would believe
he and Pat McAfee asked him, did he coach after that? He went, hell no. And you can probably do a guess of who that was. You could either say it was Kevin Steele on his last year, or if it was Pete Golding, because Pete Golding, if you look at how he plays or how he coaches, it's quiet. It's. I'm going to tell you what you need to change when you get to the sideline, and I'm not going to show it.
He's not sitting there screaming from the sideline.
Yes.
And he won't like talk down or like try to get the players motivated. He just sits there and goes, "Okay, let me see. This is what I got to do. This is what I've got to change. Okay, wait, no, this is still working. Let me do this." And that's what his problem was when we played in the Tennessee game in 2002, where we lost that game. He let DeMarco Hellum stay in that guy for the flat with Jalen Hyatt, and how many yards did that motherfucker have? He had he had 200 yards receiving that game with 2 touchdowns, with 2 tutties. And you're just going to leave DeMarco Hellums there? And he keeps getting burnt every time?
I mean,
Pete Golding is not. I get he's having a lot of like success right now with Ole Miss. But I believe what I believe is that he was afraid of being a coach. And now that he has to step up and be this coach for a team that literally has a skeleton staff, he is starting to become that coach that Saban wanted him to be. And
Yeah, I think he's
he
being
wanted
forced to become that.
yeah.
Because I mean, he's still calling the defense
Yes.
as a head coach. He's still. I mean, that's not very heard of.
Except for Saban.
Not really.
Well, yes, but but normally, your DC calls him.
Right.
Or, that one time when, it's back in when Bill O'Brien was the head coach at the Texans, when they fired their offensive coordinator and he had to take over the offensive calling.
Oh yeah.
Still, I don't believe a head coach should take over a role. If you're going to rely on if your coach believes that he can rely on you to coach his players,
And do
my ass would be sitting there screaming at the motherfuckers, telling them that they're doing everything wrong, even if we're up like 45-0.
And I think
Which is what Nick Saban used to do.
and,
Right.
And I think that's what Signetti brings to.
That is what Signetti brings to
Because
Indiana.
I promise y'all, like
I mean, shit. They put up 38 on Alabama. He didn't look happy one time.
I
Until
promise y'all.
Until
he
the
got to
clock
raise
struck 0.
No, until he got to raise the trophy.
And I don't know, I forgot how many times I said this, but I'm like, he looks like a pissed off dad. The whole game, I'm like, you're up 38, but I get that you was coached under Saban. I get having to.
What coach did he? What did he do? Was he our wide receiver coach or?
I believe. Yeah, I think it was
receivers.
Yeah, but he looks.
Everybody a wide receiver
He looks like it's his kid's first year in baseball. He dropped about $1,000 on equipment, and the kid just went 0-4 in his first game.
Yes, like
or
literally,
just decided to give up.
literally, like it was the whole. I'm talking about, and then as y'all say, when the clock struck 0, who smile on the face, but then it's like he went back to straight face because he's like,
Job's not done.
job's not done.
So
And
let me
then
ask
and
you,
then they play Oregon next too. So
all right. So coming up to the closing, I know we talked a lot about Alabama, and we're really passionate about Alabama. I mean, I've been a Bama fan since I've been born. So what is your expectations for these next 2 games with Ole Miss, Miami, and Indiana and Oregon?
Okay. Just quickly, if Miami beats Ole Miss, goes to the national championship's at their home stadium. It's at Hard Rock.
I don't believe in Carson Beck.
it sure
Don't believe in Carson Beck.
It sure is at Hard Rock Stadium.
is.
But no, I think I think the Ole Miss magic runs out. I think Carson Beck and Miami get it done.
You hate Miami though.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't think Ole Miss can keep it up. I think the national championship will be Indiana, Miami, and I think Miami wins.
I see.
In Miami, you got to think in Miami, the national championship.
The only thing Miami has them going for is their defense with their stellar pass rush.
I mean, they got Mark Fletcher, Malachi Toney. They got great offense.
Who's their running back?
Mark Fletcher, one of the best running backs in the league or in the NCAA. And Malachi Toney is a 17-year-old freshman.
But you gotta go. You're going.
He's
against,
17.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You do realize they're going against the number 2 offense.
You gotta remember though. You gotta
They're
remember
going
though.
against the number 2 offense in the country, Ole Miss.
Carson Beck has been there before. What other quarterback right now, of the final 4 left, has been there?
But he also got hurt that game.
But he's
And-
been
and-
in those games.
And
He knows the pressure.
Miami's not going to make it. I don't believe it.
He knows the pressure though.
He's the only
understands.
quarterback.
Yeah.
This is Trinidad Chambliss' first year. He played at Ferris State last year.
Right.
He's the only who's actually Oregon's quarterback was there last year.
Yep.
Right?
No.
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 No. Oregon's
So
quarterback last year.
So Miami is the only team that has a quarterback that has been to the national championship.
Oh, it was Dylan Gabriel.
Yes.
Dylan Gabriel was their quarterback last year.
So UM has the only quarterback that's been to a national championship, and they have the little fact that they could win a national championship
And
at their home stadium.
home field advantage.
That would be the first time too, because it was gonna be was it last year? It was no. When was the year that Georgia had a chance? No, I'm thinking NFL. Never mind.
Yeah.
It was not last year, but the year
You're thinking
before,
of the Falcons.
The Falcons
Yeah.
could have made it to the playoffs, and they got eliminated like the last game.
Yep.
You got Beck, who knows the intensity of being in that type of.
Now look at you.
You got Beck that's been in that type of.
Excuse the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
You might have to unplug it again.
Go ahead.
But you got Beck that's been in that field.
Sounds bad.
That's the intensity of becoming a national champion, which even though he couldn't do it, they didn't win that year, did it? No, they
No, he got hurt and Gunnar Stockton took over.
Yeah, that was the Gunnar Stockton game
Yep.
that made everybody believe that, this year they were going to get Lee to the national championship with him.
and
He's like, I see him more as like Stetson Bennett, but worse.
What is Stetson Bennett doing now?
Still with the Rams.
Is he really?
He's still with the Rams. He's the backup for Stafford.
That's not bad, but I see it like this.
Which,
I don't
he
have-
might be the starter next year. I don't see Stafford being back.
I see Miami losing to Ole Miss. That's me. We need to bring the national championship back to the SEC. It's been in Big
Big
Ten.
Ten for the past
Big
2
Ten
years.
for 2 years, yeah.
Yep.
Michigan and then Ohio State.
Oh yep. And it needs to come back.
Only Notre Dame won.
So it cannot be in a conference.
I still have a beef with y'all.
Please
Like-
please get into a conference.
Okay. Side note: get in a conference. Stop crying. Stop being a little bitches.
It's
You should have been. You should
them
have
and
played.
UConn.
You should have played in the
Where?
Pop-Tart Bowl. because
what's their division
BYU
again?
would have been an easy win for you.
Right.
Because Georgia Tech would have gone to what? They would have gone to what? The Cheez-It Bowl against Texas?
Yeah.
Probably,
Because
yeah.
it would not have been Michigan.
No.
What's,
It most likely would have been BYU or no, Georgia Tech.
all right. What state is Notre Dame in anyways? Ain't this
It's Indiana.
Indiana. I believe.
Yeah, it's South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah.
what the fuck? Put them in the ACC at this point. At who?
Put
them in the Big Ten.
No, they need to go in the Big Ten.
They need to be in the Big
Big
Ten,
Ten,
yeah.
or-
And get their ass
I
handed
would-
to them and
I
not
would-
make the Big Ten
I
playoffs.
would either kick out Washington or Oregon in the Big Ten.
Because Penn State in the Big 12, ain't it? No, I mean not
Or
Pac-12.
USC.
Yeah.
Like Southern Cal does not. They need to go back to Big 12 or Pac-12.
But why as a program do you not say, man, we should probably play for a conference championship? Considering the College Football Playoff Committee has basically said conference championship losses don't hurt.
Well, look what they're doing now. They gave basically Notre Dame a free
Notre
ride
Dame is
now.
guaranteed if they're in the top 12, they're guaranteed a spot in the College Football Playoffs now.
Right.
All because they cried about it
Yep.
and didn't want to play in their bowl game.
I do hate that. I feel like if you become bowl eligible,
Play in your damn bowl game.
play your bowl game. It
I
might.
miss when it was where players couldn't even drop out
Yeah.
of bowls too.
Right.
I remember
Yep.
that, and then it was somebody from Ole Miss that started it.
I don't remember.
I think it was
I'm blank on that one.
oh, what's his name? He was like number one wide receiver. Starts with a T. Threadgill or Threadgill.
Not Thorgood.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, he was the one that started
the
it all.
first opt out.
Yeah.
It was back in 2014 after they beat Alabama in the in regular season, where we
But-
had to go play them at Ole Miss. Or no, it was 14. Sorry, because that was the year we managed to win every single game after that. Because I also remember that was the horrific Kenyon Drake injury that you watch him and you see his leg doing this.
Oh gosh.
I'm just saying.
You could also hear the scream on TV. That was bad.
If you're bowl eligible, play in your bowl game. Because wait, it doesn't help you in rankings come next year, does it? No.
Mhm.
No.
Well, I mean, because at this point you're in it for the ride. You're there to have fun. At this point, the season is done. You can't go to the playoffs at this point, so just play your bowl game.
Yeah, what's the point of not playing the bowl game that you've been invited to?
I know, right? Like,
You also get money from
As a form of
NIL.
protest, guess what? No one gives a shit. You didn't make it. Fuck, don't lose to UM. Like,
Don't lose to Miami. Don't lose to Texas A&M
Yeah.
by 1 point.
yeah, like
And you were at home.
I don't know.
You were at home,
But
and you lost to Texas A&M.
as a college football fan, I miss the days of if your team lost, your playoff hopes were over.
yeah,
I miss the 4-team you had to go undefeated.
definitely.
Yes, The other thing is, what I hate about this whole 12 teams,
The bracket.
the bracket. If you look at it compared, I get they're trying to do it to compare the NFL. Okay, but the NFL also don't have all these fucking bowl games. So take out the probably the sleepers of the New Year's Eve, like the New Year's Six bowls.
Yeah.
The Sugar Bowl, Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, the Rose. Those aren't really bowl games because
the Rose Bowl,
they're
the Rose
part
Bowl
of.
and the Orange Bowl are the only ones that have been absolutely like, oh my God,
Yeah.
these are classics.
Yeah.
Right, my fault.
And I'm going to go off of what Dez said about the Rose Bowl. It needs to be the national championship.
Yes, fight
Look
your way.
at what happened when we played Texas in 2009. Where did we play? The Rose Bowl, but it was in Pasadena.
Yeah.
It wasn't called the Rose Bowl, but still. And look, it was a memorable game.
Right.
It was Saban's first game winning winning his national championship with Alabama. It was against a Mac Brown team that should have won the national championship, but they lost their quarterback during the game. And then your backup comes in, and he still keeps you in the game.
Yep.
Your defense just folds.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl needs to be the primary national championship game. That's it. And then all the New Year's Eve Bowl, the New Year's Six Bowls, the Cotton Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, all those need to go back into the
actual six
rotation
game eligible
of the
bowl.
And all the other, like, the playoff bracket, whoever wins, like, okay, Alabama wins against Oklahoma at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay, then the next game should have been played at Indiana
as opposed to a neutral site.
instead. Right.
So why is the first round home field advantage the second round neutral site? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying, like, they should go back to home. Like, Indiana should play at home.
Yeah,
their
that's
home.
what I'm saying. So Indiana had a first round bye, so their first game was second round. So
Right.
why is the first round? Why is Texas A&M Miami
Oh, yeah,
at
okay.
Texas A&M, but the second round
Is that
is at a
bowl
neutral
game?
site? Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. If you look at it from NFL standpoint,
It's home up
it's
until
home,
the Super Bowl.
Home, until no. The NFC and the AFC plays at the whoever's the highest seed.
Exactly.
So why? Why are we pulling these bowl games away from, like, Vandy could have got into the Sugar Bowl,
Yep.
or BYU. Notre Dame would have probably actually stayed in the bowl.
Yeah, they would have played. They would have played in the Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl.
As a matter of fact, I say it like this, and my fault for cutting y'all off, but I say it like this. I feel like the first rounds should be just bowl game in general. Like, it's so many out there. I feel like with all the teams that had dropped out, you get some of them bowl games, and you just put a title on all them games that, like, all the first rounders who had to play, just give them the bowl game, because at this point they're just there, and most of these bowl games have committees to where. Wow.
I was turning up his volume.
Oh, me?
No, his.
No, I just hear myself more.
Well, that's what I was trying to get you to, like, do, because I'm not hearing myself, and I realized that.
I hear the reverb more.
Yeah,
Like I hear the
It goes away when you get, like, really close up to the
Yeah,
mic.
it
Like,
can.
If you start doing this.
Yeah, if you get like really close, it'll kind of go away sometimes.
That's why I put y'all's pop filters up. So
Okay.
if y'all wanted to get, like, really close up to it,
Yeah.
you can.
Okay. But I'm just saying, I feel like with all the teams that didn't play in their bowl, designated bowl games, the first rounders, they should have got them just because that's just me. I don't.
No, I don't agree with opting out of a bowl game.
No, they should. No team should be allowed to.
Yeah.
Opting
I
out of
don't
the
agree
bowl
with
game.
I don't agree with players opting out of bowl games
That
though.
too.
And the fact is that Notre Dame was okay with this, with their whole team.
Yeah,
saying,
their
we're
entire
just
team
gonna give
going.
up.
Yeah. How about the seniors who that was their last game?
Last game.
Or
Mine.
the freshmen that were going to be able to, like, if
Yeah,
the seniors,
yeah.
it's like stay
Yeah,
out
because
for
the senior
NFL draft.
the seniors opt out. The
So,
freshmen that were going to
You're
play.
gonna have now you're gonna have these people that are gonna be able to step up and, like, showcase themselves
Yep.
for next year, and they're gonna be like, oh, hey, yeah, we're out.
Yeah, we're just as a team, we're not going to collectively play because we lost
You're
2
going
games.
to get money from the game,
Yep.
and you're gonna get a trophy, and you're gonna be able to use that for recruiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Now-
we won the
now-
Cotton Bowl. We won. Yeah.
Now, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna tell people when you go, like, what is Marcus Freeman gonna do?
Yeah, no, we
to-
collectively as a team decided to not play. That's your sales
If-
pitch.
Okay, so let me. Okay, we'll play this out. I'm Marcus Freeman. Hey, how are you?
Good, you?
Good. So, why do you want to come to Notre Dame?
You guys didn't play in a bowl game. I really don't want to. Why are you gonna? The thing I love most is football. You're gonna tell me I can't play football?
Exactly. And the other question I would be is, so you mean to tell me that
I want to play in a prestigious conference.
I want to play, like, you're known for basically being on par with, Alabama, Ohio State, USC, Georgia. You're on par with them. And you're going to complain about the committee leaving you out because they're going to put a 10-3 Alabama in that literally the only losses they have are against ranked teams.
Yep.
Well,
FSU was ranked at the time.
No, they weren't. We were unranked. They were unranked.
I thought they were 17.
They became 17 when they beat us.
Okay, yeah.
But then they dropped again.
Well, no, they rose for a while.
They rose till the top 10.
Yeah, they were a top 10 team.
So, I don't think that I don't think they really thought this through, and they just wanted to be thinking that they're the better man in all this. When in reality,
Join a conference.
If you were the better man,
Please just join the conference.
play your damn bowl.
Obviously, Notre Dame would be a better pick than JMU or Tulane.
Yes, of course.
But if you're in a conference, then you're in.
But and that's what really just
Even if you lose it, but if you
Alabama lost their conference, they're still in. Oklahoma lost their conference, they're still in, because they're in a conference.
honestly,
Ole Miss,
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, Oregon.
Yeah.
Bama lost their. Honestly, the teams that lost their
Mike's killing me. You should see it on my little end.
I know,
It's
I'm
just
watching.
it's just sitting there.
Oh God.
It's not me.
Is it you? Bro, it was you. Talk yours back in.
The dogs. Yeah, it was him.
That's crazy word.
Intermission.
This also has been 2 hours.
Son of a bitch, it was you. That might have been it.
Nope.
Well, whatever I just dust up.
Nope. It's getting worse.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh. Intermission. Somebody dance in front of the camera.
No, I don't think I will.
I'm not doing that.
I had 2 good mics. What happened? That was my fiance, soon to be wife. Your sister?
I wonder who's at the door that's getting them barking like that. Brutal.
It has to be the mic.
Ah!
Right.
Figured it out.
Nobody touch anything.
No, if it does, just screw that back on.
No, that makes sense. Right.
Okay, well, this is a good time now to close because we've been here for 2 hours. It was supposed to be an hour-long episode, but it came to 2 hours and almost 30 minutes.
We made the most of it though.
We
big
got
time.
some good points in there.
Yeah.
I like that.
I never gave my opinion on I had said Ole Miss was gonna be Miami, and then I see Indiana definitely sweeping Oregon. I'm gonna say Georgia, but Oregon, I can't lie to you, it's gonna be Indiana and Ole Miss in the Natty.
That's my prediction as well.
And
Before y'all go,
Indiana is gonna just take it back to the Big Ten.
before y'all go, both of you give me your final scores for the Peach Bowl and it's the Orange Bowl, right?
No. Orange Bowl is the national championship.
So,
The Orange Bowl was also just this weekend. Oregon, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Orange Bowl is anything played at Hard Rock Stadium.
What is Ole Miss playing? Ole Miss and Miami.
Sugar Bowl.
Sugar.
I thought we played the.
No.
Or no, I thought. I thought
Cotton Bowl.
It was Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
I play Sugar.
All right, Jordan. Final scores: Indiana, Oregon. Let's give your predictions.
Tough game. It'll be close. I'm saying 34-24. Beat them by 10 and still pulls it off.
Who?
Or
Indiana.
Indiana beats Oregon by
All
10
right.
if they pulls
Ole Miss and Miami. What's your final score?
Oh man. Defense on defense. So I'll say 20. No. 35-24.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, definitely.
Tim.
34-17 Indiana. And 28-12 Miami.
Damn.
Okay. Give me Indiana. I've got them. I'm gonna say it's gonna be more of a closer game than what everybody's been predicting. It's gonna be like 35-28 or 35-31 with a field goal.
Definitely.
It's either gonna be a field goal or a touchdown, but I do believe Indiana's gonna pull through. And Miami and Ole Miss, I do not see it being a close game. Ole Miss just got a better defense. They've got the best offense in the country. And
You don't think Indiana has the best offense in the country?
Not statistically. Statistically, Ole Miss is number 2. Indiana's number 7.
Who's number 1?
North Texas.
Jesus. Okay, whatever.
I don't understand why North Texas is number 1, but okay. Well, I mean, I kind of guess. You mean they're ranked 25th and they're 11-2,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
but they lost their bowl game. So,
I'll
I got Ole Miss. I want to say it's 27-7. I'll give Miami a score.
You think Miami's gonna score 1 touchdown?
1 touchdown
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see.
with their running back, but I don't
it's going
see.
to be back and
I don't
forth.
see. I see Carson Beck throwing 3 more interceptions.
Okay.
It's going to be back and forth though.
We'll see.
Well, that's all the time we have.
Somebody tell Signated to smile more.
There you go.
Hey, Georgia fans, that's for you. Since now we don't have to listen to that anymore.
I know, right?
You are the most annoying fans. I'm not gonna. I'm a Bama fan, but man, you are annoying. Anyway, so I don't have to piss off any more Georgia fans. I hope y'all enjoyed everything what we talked about. Look forward to this next episode coming in after the 2 bowl games, the last 2 bowl games that are going to happen for the college football playoffs, and then we're going to talk about what our prediction is for the national championship, what's going to lead up to them to beat the what team is going to be who.
Bama's upcoming schedule.
What?
Bama's upcoming schedule.
No, I'll do that later on. But look forward to that next week. It's going to be next Saturday. Probably early, though, and not 2 hours and 30 minutes long. But if y'all enjoyed listening in on this, links are going to be in the bio as well as in the very end of this, like in my, last bit here and there. Subscribe to the channel. I'm planning on doing in different areas for different live streams. I want to get into TikTok and also get into Facebook Live. I know that's a big hit. It's just this is the only thing that was available to me right now. I've got to work a little bit here and there. Y'all have anything left to say? I know.
Thank you for listening to the first episode.
Yeah.
So,
Glad to be here. That's all I can say.
I appreciate y'all coming.
No problem. Anytime.
Well, with that being said, I hope everybody has a great day.
Roll
God
Tide.
bless.
Roll
and
Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
We'll be seeing y'all next week for the national championship.